hail. The fuck out of here, Factorio, you're in my way. Huh, no? Factorio just actually is that quiet. Is my speakers, like, super quiet? Or is Factorio just a quiet game? What is my volume at? Oh, my speakers were a little quiet. And I think this actually is just that quiet. Yeah, it is. I have to have it at max volume for it to be audible. Okay, good. Well, I mean, you can still stream even though I'm streaming. You don't have to, like... Who's fucking... Really? Okay. Man, this is so bad. What the fuck? Oh. There we go. Weird. Okay, so... I've been playing on this map on my own. And as you can see, the enemies have kind of, I didn't realize they could do this, but I'm very confident that, they either have the ability to, like, regenerate bases that I destroyed, or, like, they just spread on their own. I think it's actually the latter, or both, because I killed this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I think this... No, not that one. Like, this one. Definitely these. And I know for certain I killed this one. Like, I'm positive of that. That, or it just was never there in the first place. I think this one was actually not here in the first place. But here it is. And now the enemies have evolved to the point where they're too strong. Like, I can't... Like, mostly because of these worms, but, like... It's really difficult for me to destroy this little base just because of these fuckers. They outrange me and they do a ton of damage. So, instead of, like, going and destroying my enemies, my current operating philosophy is I'm just gonna set up my base to be self-defending. Like, oh, you guys can hear me, right? Because... The thing says you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. So, let's see. Okay. So, I've been working on... I just finally researched laser turrets. Like, it took me forever, but I finally did it. And now I'm just upgrading them, like, power-wise, as much as I can. Because I'm going to put laser turrets goddamn everywhere. And I can do that now. Like, I can make them. Like, batteries are not a problem. I can go get batteries. None of these materials are problems. Except, I just finally set up a proper, like, mining system. Like, I have, like, a proper unloading station that feeds properly into, like, these furnaces, which, as you can see, are running at... And they're filling up this iron belt, like, completely, which is perfect. That's great. That's awesome. But, then, like, if you follow the rail and see where it leads to, here it is. And these solar panels I'm just not even using. Like, I may as well pick them up. So, you know, I've got this big iron mine. I'm not even tapping all of it. But I've run into a problem, and that is electricity. Of my like, I've never had an electrical problem until now. Like, this is the boiler setup that I made at the beginning of the game, and because of all these fucking furnaces that I made, which take a fuck ton of power, now everything's running at, like, half capacity, usually, because these things are taking up all the power. So that's currently what I have to fix, because laser turrets aren't gonna do me any good if I can't fucking power them. And so it's like, there's two ways for me to fix my power problem. One, make more of this. And the reason I don't want to do that is because my pollution is already, like, pissing off a bunch of the local bases, so I'd actually like to reduce my pollution. The second thing I need to do... Or, no, yeah, not so... that's one thing that I would like to. That's one reason I'd like to upgrade the electricity. The other reason is I'm just not producing enough of it, and the way we fix that is we build nuclear. So I made a nuclear reactor like a while ago, but the problem is nuclear reactors take a ton of shit to like get going. So I have this ghetto setup here that's making concrete, and I need that because I need to make at least where is it? Okay, so, I'm out of iron. Okay. Damn, this research was moving like ridiculously slow earlier. Now it's just we're just going, which is great because I need the shit like real bad. Turret damage, go. So let's see. So basically, here's the way nuclear works in this game. Why not build more boilers? Well, like I said, boilers produce more pollution, and I actually want to cut down on the pollution. The other thing is boilers take coal, and I really would rather not have that, because it's annoying to have to constantly supply them with coal. But the main draw is they produce pollution, and I'm trying to cut down on that, because as you can see, like, it's starting to touch all these big bases that I can't destroy, and that's really, really bad. So I'm trying to get away from boilers. I can't use solar because it produces no power. I don't have to worry about nuclear waste. Let's see. I mean, not as far as I know. I don't think I do. So the problem with solar is that one of these panels, when it's in the middle of the day, will produce 60 kilowatts max. Which is nothing when you consider that just one of these drills right here takes 90. And that's just a drill. Like, this thing right here takes 300. So, like, just to power this little mine, like, these panels here don't even fully power this mine. And they would only even partially power it in the middle of the day. These things take up so many resources to make and so much goddamn space. Fuck solar. It's completely useless. So I'm just going. I'm jumping straight to nuclear. So the way we get nuclear going is there's okay. So there's a massive uranium deposit here, which is kind of a problem because these guys are kind of guarding that. There's a deposit here, which is small, so I don't really give a shit about it. There's one right here next to my existing mine, but it's super small. There's another one over here. This is probably the one I'd go for. I'd have to destroy these enemies, which are actually just worms, and this base in order to get that. And then I'd probably also have to, like, make a wall and, like, give it defense and stuff. So I'm probably gonna grab this one, although this one has a ton of ore. Like, I'm very tempted to try to get that one. This is a very interesting game. This is a very fun game. If you like designing stuff, it's a fun game. Because, like, this game is just all about, like, optimization and designing your factory and stuff. Like, you know, it's really cool. So that's the thing. So you mine, okay, so you mine the uranium, and mining uranium isn't like mining anything else, which is part of the problem. No, that takes blue science. That's gun turrets. Okay, looks like we're doing blue science then. Okay, how would I compare it to RimWorld? I can't because I don't know what RimWorld is. Yeah, this is the stuff I like in Minecraft modding, but just as its own game, with a couple of disadvantages. The fact that it's 2D doesn't detract from it too much, but in Minecraft you could like reason in 3 dimensions with like your logistics and stuff, which was cool. The other problem is that some of the like fiddly stuff in the Minecraft mods is not here, which is a shame. But and there's no bee breeding. That's a shame. But so here's the thing: regular ore, you just plop a miner down and it just you give it power and it just goes. There's nothing to it. Uranium takes a little bit more. This map is infinite, so yeah, it's large. But uranium's different because you plop a miner down on it like you normally would, but when you do that, like, you see, like, this is how a miner normally looks. Now watch what happens when I put it over uranium. See how it gains these, like, tanks, and it has, like, water input? It takes sulfuric acid to mine, which is a problem, because I can make sulfuric acid. In fact, I am making sulfuric acid right here. But that means that in order to even get the stuff, I have to send sulfuric acid to the mining station, let it process the ore, and then bring it back. Which is, that's going to be a little fiddly to set up, especially since I'm currently in the process of moving my entire base. I made this big wall around it and this track around it. I'm currently trying to take all this shit and put it in here. So, like, I'm gonna move my sulfuric acid station, which is kind of inconvenient. The second thing I need to do is, once you get the ore, you can't just stick it straight in the reactor. It's not in a fissionable state, so you have to put it in one. The way you do that is with a centrifuge, which is the reason I made all this cement, because you need, or concrete, because you need concrete to do that. So, another thing you need is iron, which I just happen to be out of at the moment, so let me just grab some here. I also could use some batteries. Where do I keep batteries? There they are. I'll take a couple stacks of batteries. Okay. So I can make one whole centrifuge. Why? I have circuits. Oh, it's iron. It takes so many iron gear wheels. Yeah. Okay, well it's iron gear wheels. It's taking so much. Okay, well, here's what we'll do then. Who's fucking... Hold on a second, I got a text that's kind of concerning. Hella inefficient in refining uranium. Well, they are, you're right, actually. But I'll get into that in a second. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I made, I'm making iron gear wheels. I would really like to, I need to start, like, moving this stuff over here, and, like, one of the things I should probably set up is, like, an iron gear making station. That'd make a lot of sense. But, what's that supposed to mean? You're playing a fun game? Do I not normally play fun games? Do you not normally expect great entertainment out of the likes of me? Don't answer that. Okay, so... Alright. Okay, I don't know anything about RimWorld. I might look into it. Okay, so... Centrifuges in this game actually aren't good at refining uranium. You have to use them to do it, but it's only one step of the process normally. Like... You'll see what I mean. So, like, and I'm still working out, like, how to set this all up and stuff. So, what? You motherfucker! Do I have any gun turrets? Shit. I gotta get over there and save the mine before this one guy blows it up. Where's my fucking car? There it is. Shit. Yeah, I'm at a stage where I can't kill hives with the car anymore. That doesn't work. I need... Oh, fuck. I need a lot more than just the car to kill these things. Like, I'm kind of getting to the point where, like, I need to be... Like, in order to kill these things, I need, like, flamethrowers and, like... I don't even know. What I need is a tank and artillery shells to take these fucking things on. Okay, so... Ooh! Shit! Where is he? Asshole. Okay, well... Let's... slap a turret down. Oh, I can put a laser turret down! Yeah, let's do that. Fuck gun turrets. This is gonna take a while. How's my iron doing? Oh shit. Not very good. And it's because I don't, because I need more miners, that is why. But I don't want to do that when I'm having electrical problems. Okay, so where was that guy attacking? Like right here? Look at the fucking range on this thing. That's really good. That's a lot better than a turret, like a gun turret. I'm gonna stick it here-ish. Because what's the range on that? Okay, so there's a... Let me move it. There's a small gap between them. Let me move it like here. Okay, so now they're a little overlapping. Just a little, which is fine. You kidding me? We really can't get... Okay, fine. How about this? There. Okay. Now these things take 3.1 megawatts every time they fire, which is really, like, a lot of fucking power, but once I have a nuclear reactor, that's not going to matter so much. Because those things just... They put out so much power. Okay, so that should be defended now. Now, what the fuck was I doing before that spitter piece of shit interrupted me? I was dealing with the centrifuge, I think. Okay, so we... Oh, fuck. Stupid trees. I was... Damn it. Can't fucking drive. My base is too... Oh my god. Base is too cluttered with shit. Also, I have robots now, which is cool. I don't actually use them for anything but just, like, stuff around me, but... Like, I'll set up a robot network at some point. I don't have one right now. Okay, so we have this centrifuge, and the only recipe I currently have is uranium processing. Later on, I can unlock another recipe, but this is what I have to do for right now. So, this takes in the ore and outputs these things. Uranium... It doesn't say what they are. One's 235 and one's 238. I think this is 238 and this is 235. So we have to get that and bring it here, and then this will convert it into those, and then those, I think you put in an assembler, if I'm not mistaken. I'm out of fucking green circuits. Couple stacks. Yeah, it's more controllable than the Mako. No, what? I don't. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so then we convert those into... We need to make this uranium fuel cell. Oh, it also takes iron plates. Man, everything takes iron plates. Okay. I don't know. There's a few things wrong with the Mass Effect 1 Mako. It's used extensively in the speedrun anytime that it's around, specifically because of what the things that are wrong with it. So... And then that'll output a fuel cell. Oh, actually it'll output 10 fuel cells. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I guess the 10 iron plates make sense then, don't they? And then those fuel cells go directly into the reactor. And then we have the reactor, but the reactor doesn't just produce electricity straight, it produces heat. So we have to convert that into electricity, but we'll get to that later. So, very first thing I have to do to get this going is I need to set up a uranium mine, which is gonna suck to get sulfuric acid to. Okay, oh my god, can we... They ditched the... Oh, yeah. I don't know. I didn't really see a whole lot of it. the uranium's over here. Okay, so let's just start with this tiny patch. I don't want to go have the fight of my life just to get access to a fucking patch of uranium. So, I only have 3 mining drills. I can make some. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so what's the best way to orient these? Probably like this. Okay, that covers that half of the patch. Okay, I can cover almost this entire patch with just a handful of... So let's plop one also here, and... I'm gonna need here, here. That's gonna leave this one little speck, which I don't want, so let's do this. Okay, who's under attack? I don't get to find out, apparently. Okay, so these are going to output like this. And then they need to get fueled like this. Okay, this is going to be kind of a... Okay, so let me think about where I want to put the rails. It'd be nice if I could use this same rail, but the problem is this is a two-way street, so only one thing can go down it at a time. I don't want the fucking trains getting stuck. If it was the iron mine where I set up the laser turret, I would have seen it, I'd think. Because it's right there. Okay, well, here, let's... Oh, what's under attack? Oh, okay. They handled it, but the attacks are getting bigger, so they're starting to actually damage stuff. Okay, that's very concerning. Also, this one's about to start sending attacks, and I don't know where their hit squad's gonna wind up. So let's go ahead and save before something bad happens. Yeah, I'm aware, thank you. I saw that it took damage. Okay, and then I'm gonna need a few of these. It takes 6 of these to fill 1 mine cart. And I can make exactly 6 steel chests. Perfect. Okay. Let's borrow some power from over there. Okay. Who's missing power? You guys need power. You need power. I need more... Fuck, I'm out of... Okay, well here, I'll just use these. There we go. This area isn't protected at all, so hopefully nothing just kind of comes along and breaks stuff. Okay, so then the rail... Oh, these are all 1 square off. Good. Okay, so... Oh shit, I'm also gonna need pumps. Shit! Okay, well, whatever. I'll fix that later, I guess. So, I'm also gonna need a train stop. What the fuck? I need all kinds of steel, and I just don't have any. So, we need to fix all of this, because it's all 1 square off. No. Okay. There's our loading. Needs power. These fucking shitty poles can't even give it power. Okay, here. Let's replace this with that. So that I can then use this here. I need one more. There we go. Okay, now those have power. And then I need 3... What? Fuck you! How did you hit my laser turret? Asshole! Man, my iron loading is like super slow because I'm like these things aren't producing enough iron. Alright, so yeah, I'm also gonna need a couple of storage tanks. I'm out of iron and steel, Jesus, okay. Alright, I need to go back and get resources. Yeah, there's ranged ones, but like they shouldn't be able to. Like they have to get pretty close to fire anyway, and the turrets should be quick enough to kill them before they can, but apparently not. Just park that there. At least we have enough electricity now, but only because nothing's using iron anymore. So we need a lot more iron, a lot more steel. Let's make where the fuck is the pump? Oh shit, I need engine units for that. Okay, hold on, let me go grab those. I only need 3. I'm depleting the spots, but they're not out yet. Like, look. Okay, this one's out, but only that one. The rest of these are working. This one's not working because the belt's full. No, what's actually happening is, so it takes 13 miners to fill 1/2 of a belt. So this belt has 26 miners on it, and they head this way, but they supply these 2 sections. That's the problem. And I did that because I'm out of power, and I don't want to make, like, basically, this is only half the mining required to constantly keep these full. This is only half of it. I would need to double exactly what I have here, and then instead of having these 2 sets daisy chained off of each other, they would need to be independent. Because what's happening is, like, as you can see, this set is filling up first, and while it's doing that, this set can't get any. Once this set is done, then it gets some, which is why this is working so slow. It's just a logistics problem. I can fix it, there's more important things for me to fix at the moment. So, where's my 3 pumps? Go ahead and make those. I need... what else? I need a train stop. I'm gonna need some of these. Hello, Teddy Oldface Violet. I'm not sure, like, who you actually are, but hello. Okay, so... Alright, so we have our pumps. Let me actually place the train stop first. Okay, hold on. I need to deforestate a little bit here. This shit's in my way. Fucking nature getting in my way and shit. Okay, so... What the fuck? You assholes! I mean, I don't want to have to run around and constantly fix the shit. Well, I don't know who you are. Like, is it... I don't know. Forest in the way? Just blow it up. Yeah, That's this game's style of deforestation. There's another way. If you don't want to blow it up, I don't think this currently isn't faster for me, but it will be eventually when I upgrade my robots. But if you also want to clear out a forest, these robots will do it. They do it pretty quick, but I don't think it's faster than grenades at the moment. And grenades are really cheap to produce, but these robots are kind of expensive. Right, so I wanted to place the train stop because I want to see how these things line up. So, yeah. If I put it there, then so this is where the uranium will come out, but this is where the liquid needs to go in. So this is going to be a fluid tanker. Here, let me actually go ahead and... Fluid wagon, cargo wagon. Oh shit, I need to make the locomotive, and it takes engine units. Okay, I'll fix that. But it should be... Yeah, no. What? Wait, this doesn't even line up right. It's really weird. Why does it not line up right? It's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm out of pipe. Shit. There, that was the last of my pipe. So here's the fluid wagon. Loosely. Here's the cargo wagon. Loosely. The locomotive would go here if I had one. Okay, so I'm out of fucking pipes. Let me just make some by hand. I have an automatic pipe making thing at the base, but I'm not at the base, am I? We'll just plop that on there. So that has supply. Oh, actually, wait, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make one storage tank is probably enough. I probably don't need to go crazy with storage tanks. And then there's one. This fucking belt is perfectly in my way. Look at this shit. Like, getting liquid to this isn't going to be hard, or to this isn't going to be hard, but this one isn't going to get me. Unless, yeah, no, this pole's in the way too. These are uranium miners. Well, I mean, they're just regular miners. They're just regular electric miners. But because they're placed over uranium deposit, they take sulfuric acid. Yeah, this is perfectly fucked. Okay, let's move this. Here's what I'm going to do. Connect these. These should pass sulfuric acid between one another. Okay. And then I need to put the big pole back somewhere where it actually fits. I don't even need a big pole. Just do this. There. What the fuck? There. It's stupid looking, but whatever. Okay, so now we just need to get liquid over here. And the way I've set this up, there's not really a convenient way to do that. I would need to put one here. Oh wait, this doesn't even... What am I doing? That doesn't even need to be there. Okay. There. This is... Hold on, that's completely unnecessary. What am I doing? It's a waste of pipe. There. Okay. Now, hypothetically, if I were to actually get sulfuric acid here, these would all be mining. So that's the next step. Get sulfuric acid here. Also, connect this rail to something. I'm probably going to have it daisy chain off of this. I can probably do that just fine. Okay, so I made too much of this. Let's back this up a bit. Okay, so you're going to go up and... Oh, look, I see a forest that needs to disappear. I'm going to use this instead. Let's get rid of this forest. And all that part too, probably. And this way, I actually get the wood. Okay, cool deal. So that's out of my way now. Let these guys recharge. Okay. Where's my... There it is. Wait, am I really out of rail? Shit. Yeah, I don't have enough rail. Can I make some? Yeah, I can. those two things should line up. Yes, they do. Oh, I'm one too far. Oh, what? Who? What? Okay. I'm not a fan of that. Shit! I can't move this pole because it's stretched perfectly between these. It needs to be exactly there. That perfectly doesn't work out. Can I back it up a bit and, like, do some ghetto shit like this? Okay, one more. Okay, there. Alright, so now I'm gonna need to make some rail signals and actually start, like, dividing this network up. Because if I'm gonna have multiple trains running on it, they need to not. So I only want one. I want this to be one block. Only one train can be here at a time. Then, where's my car? I also want to make this a block. Okay, so what the fuck? Dang it. There. Okay. So one train can be here, one train can be here. And then what I do is periodically break this into sections. Oh shit, not on the rails. That fucking train will come along and kill me instantly. I need to not. Okay, so that's a block, even though it's kind of an awkward block. I don't mind making the block sections long. I'll put one here. What's gonna happen one day? I already had one of the trains run over. I already had the trains run over my car once. It almost destroyed it instantly, but fortunately the train wasn't going very fast. So let's make it every 4 power poles. Let's make that a block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit! Who put this tree in my way? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. More rail signals, please. The train figures out where it needs to go on its own. Like, I basically tell the train where it needs to go, and it calculates a path. So here's how trains work. Let me save the game. Here's how trains work. So I need to grab. I came over here for a reason. Oh yeah, I need engines, that's right. So, trains are both very simple and very complicated. It's the sort of situation where it's complexity from simplicity, okay? That's basically the deal. So, trains are very simple machines. You put down a train stop, and any train that's on the same rail network as that train stop will have that listed as a potential destination. And a rail network is any set of rails that are physically touching, whether or not trains can actually cross them. Like, see this plus intersection? A train going this way can never get to this section, but these are still part of the same network anyway because those rails are touching. But, so you have train stops, and you can tell trains, like, go to this stop when you meet this condition, go to this stop when you meet this condition, and so on. And they will follow that schedule. Whenever they leave a train stop, such as this one, before they leave, they will look at the whole network and say, okay, how do I get to where I need to be? And it'll generate a path, and it'll follow that path. along that path, if that path is shared with other trains, and it most certainly is going to be, if there's not these signals breaking up the track into logical sections, then if the track is all just one track with no signals anywhere, the trains will not know each other exist, and they'll just run over each other. What the fuck? Who? What? He's gonna fucking break that before I even get there. What the fuck? Where'd all these guys come from? Oh! Stay away! Where the fuck did you guys come from? Did any of my construction robots break? No, they're fine. Where did they come from? From this base? Probably from that base. So I'm gonna stick laser turret right there. Fucking mess with me. So if you don't have the rail designated into blocks with these things, then the trains won't care about each other. They'll just run into each other, like, if that's what happens. Nothing will stop them from following their route. However, if you put these signals down, one signal on one side means that a train can pass in that direction. But what it also means is that if there's already a train in the block behind it, then any trains trying to go through it will not be allowed through. They'll have to stop. As you can see right here, see how this one says red? Because this one, as you can see, it's for trains that are coming this direction, like going that way. And the block that it defines is actually this whole loop. Look at this. Yeah, that's how the turret's getting damaged. It's not doing enough damage. That's okay, it's a gun turret, I'll replace it. So this train is already in this block, so other trains that wanted to go this way would not be allowed until this one left the block. Now, I only have, like, this block, this station, this is the only train that's ever going to go here. So I don't mind that that's the case. But for this, let me pull up the map. For this middle section, 2 trains are going to be sharing this. So I need to make sure that if it's ever the situation that both trains leave at the same time and get here, they A, don't crash into each other. I need to make sure that happens. And B, if I had this whole rail one section, like if this was a block and this was a block and then the rest of it was just one big block, then both trains, like one of the trains would enter it, the other one would get here and stop. I just realized that this set of signals is unnecessary because I have a set down here. But one of the trails would get on this rail, and then the other one would have to sit there and wait until that one went all the way over here, unloaded, and came all the way back. Then this one would be allowed to go, which is inefficient as hell. I'd rather they go, like, if they can, they go... Oh shit, I just realized a problem. This is gonna deadlock. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink this. So that I just yeah, because this is a two-way street. So fuck, I didn't think about that. So now what's gonna happen is if this one leaves and needs to go like over here, and this one leaves and needs to go over here at the same time, they'll like meet in the middle and stop because like there's a block that's like here, and one of them will enter it. The other one won't be allowed to enter it, so it'll stop here. And then this one won't be allowed to enter this block, and it'll stop here. Shit, I didn't think about that. I really don't want to make this a two-way street. Okay, I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it. Okay, I need to... all I have to do to fix it is I need to pick up some of these. Okay, so now... this is all one block. I'll just make sure that the other trains on the network are already in their station. driving on the rail. Extremely fucking dangerous, but I like to live dangerously. I say as I sit here, you know, playing this cutesy little game about factory making. Let's get rid of these. Okay, yeah, so now this rail is one big block. Okay, so now here's what's going to happen. Now only one train at a time can use this section, which is what I want. One train can be here, one train can be here, one train can be here, one train can be in this intersection, one can be here, and one can be on this long rail, because I didn't divide that one up, because only one train uses that right now. Now the problem is, or the next thing I need to think about is where am I going to take the uranium? Like, where am I going to process it? Because I didn't think about uranium processing when I made my base layout, because I didn't have it unlocked yet. Let's see. Where can I put that? Probably, like, next to the oil processing. Let's do that. Let's put it next to the oil processing. What is this? Turret coverage. You can show me turret coverage? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Electrical coverage I don't care about. Logistic coverage I don't care about. Okay. That's pretty cool. Okay. Also, I didn't put that train down. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have anywhere to go yet. Okay, so let's go grab that centrifuge I made. Let's also make some, like, probably a few other centrifuges as well. Let's also make a couple of these. I'm getting rid of those turrets up here. Oh, let's actually make another one. Okay. And then they need power like this. That works out perfectly, doesn't it? That pole fits exactly right there. If it wasn't there, I don't think I could get power to all three at once. How's my electrical doing? Right now it's okay, but that's only because none of the furnaces are running, right? Yeah, they're all backed up. Okay, well, copper just isn't getting a supply at all, but that's okay, I don't need it right now. Is it? Hold on. Are they about ready to send over an attack? Yeah, I think that's what that is. I think they're mounting an attack, so I better, like, move the fuck out of the way in a second here. Oh, what is this? What? Okay, he's fine. This is all fucked up. This isn't even at all. Is it, Steve? There we go. That's better. Okay, so now that can defend itself electrically. I don't have to supply it with bullets. I should actually make... There's another turret defense area at the bottom of my base. I should make replacements for it as well. Man, I need to fucking clean up my base, like, really bad. This is a mess. Okay, so... Give me this. Wait, what did I just pick up? I think I picked up a assembler. Where's my nuclear reactor? Oh, I never put it down, okay. Nuclear reactors are extremely expensive. Better fucking not lose it. Yeah, there's not another train coming. Okay. I sure wish my... I need to think of a way for this train... There's one train that runs around the entire base that's on manual mode because I use it to get around with. But it's no use to me if it's never in the place where I need it to... Like, where I need to enter the rail. Like, it doesn't do me any good. Give me these. Repair that. Give me this. Where's my laser turrets? There we are. There we go. Do you guys just drain power? Yeah, you drain 24 kilowatts. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. 24 kilowatts is nothing. Unless I was powered with solar, then these things doing nothing would take a solar panel. Just for them to be on. Not actually doing anything. What? Wow. That was bad. Okay. I'm gonna need to upgrade that, like, very soon. Okay. So let's think about this now. Centrifuge takes as input this, and only this, and outputs these. I don't really care in what order. And then I have these assemblers. Oh, good thing I just upgraded those, huh? Look at that shit. Look at that. Pew, pew, pew. Beaches. That's what you fuckers get. Okay, so... let's see, assembler. So can I just, like, have a belt feed these and then directly pass it into this? Where's the... I can, but I also need to get iron down here. Okay, that's not really a problem. I can do that. I can get iron down here. What I need is for these fucking petroleum storage tanks to not be full. Because they're kind of, they don't need to be there. They're in my way. You know what? Fuck it. That's a lot of petroleum that I'm wasting, but I also, like, I produce tons of petroleum. I don't need to fucking, like, it's a shame that I'm wasting, like, 150,000 units of petroleum, but fuck it. Like, they're in my way. And also, what the fuck is this? Get rid of this. Like, what the actual fuck? What did I do? This is a goddamn mess. Oh, okay, the power's coming down this way and coming up this way. Motherfuckers, stupid beetles. Ah. Nasty. Also means none of these are important. And none of these. No. Okay. I haven't finished upgrading to electric furnaces yet. Like, all of this should be full with electric furnaces by the time I'm done, but I don't even have the power to deal with that, so... Okay, so let's move these. Let's put them more like... Here, let's actually get the iron line first. Man, you guys are fucking trying. You're not getting very far, though. Okay. I have to grab the iron after the balancer. Well, that's slightly inconvenient. Let's do this. Boop. And now this power pole's in the way. God damn it, get this shit out of here. All these power poles are gonna be in the way. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Yep, every single one. Look at this. Perfect. This belt is gonna have to go so far. This is gonna have to go clear across the base. It's gonna be good. Oh yeah. Building a belt. Also, there used to be a forest here. I blew it up. It was in my way. Okay, so this is a belt of iron. It doesn't need to come this far. Oops, that's a reactor. I need a centrifuge. Let's put the reactor here. I'm not using gun turrets anymore, so I'm gonna put those there. let's put the centrifuge here. I'm probably going to want to move this. Because this shit's whack, yo. Oops. There we go. That works for me! Okay, so if we had a belt coming in here, the centrifuge needs to move up one, so that the assembler can then be one above that, and then you can have a fast inserter do that. So every time this makes these, this gets these, plus iron. What? Damn. Okay. I can actually move this over a little bit. I can put this as close as here. I need another one for output, or another one for inputting iron. And then I need... oh shit, that's right. No, yeah, no, that's fine. I need... is killing a forest like remodeling land in Roller Coaster Tycoon? No, because in Roller Coaster Tycoon, to get rid of, like, to, like, move the land or, like, get rid of trees or stuff, you just click on them and they just become money or become the lack of money, depending on the situation. Here, if you're using robots, then it's very similar, except that a robot floats over and does it, which is kind of cool. Or, if you're using grenades, then you're fucking blowing it up, which is fun. I have fun blowing up forests. Okay, you make this, you make that. Input here, which means the train station is gonna kind of be in the way of the fluid station over here, so that's, you know, that's pretty good. Not only that, but there also needs to be iron input for steel here, which is a shame. Check these guys out. They ain't getting anywhere near that shit. Okay. That's what we gotta do. Let's actually make a couple of these. Let's make 1, 2, 3. I'm missing iron. I'm gonna need a lot of shit. The trees do absorb pollution. Yes, they do. In fact, they're the single thing in the game that absorbs the most pollution. Look at this. You see all this pollution over here? I think the only thing that's causing that, and I'm pretty sure, the only thing that's causing that is the train, which isn't even there at the moment, but it's there regularly. The only thing that produces all this pollution, I think, is the train. Unless electric miners produce pollution, but I don't think they do. I don't think... because they're just electric, so they shouldn't. Let me check, actually, because I'm not sure. Let's find out what things in Factorio produce pollution. Production. Polluters. Huh. Spawners, enemy spawners actually absorb pollution at a really rapid rate. That's interesting. Yeah, the monsters, as soon as they detect pollution, they'll start attacking. Like, that's all it takes. Any amount of pollution in their square. Or, actually, it says here it takes greater than 20 pollution. I don't know what that means, but I've observed that as soon as they get... You know, I have half a cup of mint tea sitting here that I made, like, a long time ago and forgot, so I'm gonna drink that. It's really cold, but it's still good. Okay, so here's the things that produce pollution. Stone furnaces, steel furnaces, electric furnaces... Well, what the fuck? Burner mining drill, electric mining drill. Why? pump jacks, all 3 assembling machines, pumps, boilers, oil refineries, and chemical plants. That doesn't make any sense. Here's the thing that it makes sense that pollutes. Like, okay, here's the things that run off of coal. Stone furnace, steel furnace, burner, mining drill, boiler. Those things, it makes sense that they pollute. Now, granted, for all of these things, they actually produce a lot of pollution, so that checks out. The things that produce, like, chemical pollutants are oil refineries and chemical plants, so it makes sense that they pollute, although they pollute at a pretty... Yeah, actually, their pollution is, like, barely any at all. They don't produce much, which is really weird. You'd think it'd be a lot more. Then you have pumps, assembling machines, pump jacks, and electric mining drills, and electric furnaces. All of those are fully electrical devices. And yet, for some reason, they produce pollution. What? In fact, electric mining drills produce 5 times the amount of pollution as a steel furnace. Why? 5 times the amount compared to a steel furnace. I thought a steel furnace was, like, produced the most pollution. But no. Okay, so mining drills pollute like hell. I like how nuclear reactors, nor any of the things that have anything to do with them, are on this list. Assembling machines produce as much pollution. Actually, the basic assembling machine, just the level 1 assembling machine, which I don't use anymore, actually produces 3 times the amount that an electric mining drill does. That means a single assembling machine is worth 15 steel furnaces. Just one. That's amazing. Now, assembling machine 2 produces half of that, but still. And then assembling machine 3 produces half of that. Like, what the fuck is this? This is fucked up. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, back to the game. You can't plant trees. If you destroy a tree, you can't remake it. Although planting trees would actually, like, that would be an interesting mechanic. You should be able to do that. But no. So that explains this. That explains why I thought it was here, but actually the pollution centered here. So that makes sense. These things are producing a ton of pollution. And these 3 pumps. Like, why? Oh, and these drills. They're going to... Well, they're not running right now, but they will eventually. The way you deal with pollution is you reduce the number of things that produce it. Like, that's basically it. Yeah, this game apparently has, like, really, really, like, a huge mod community and tons of mod support, but, I haven't looked at any of the mods yet. I will, but I wanted to wait until I actually beat the game first. Okay, so we got iron getting pumped down there. What did I come up here to get? Oh yeah, I'm making more centrifuges, so I need iron and concrete. Okay. There, let's just fill my inventory with iron. A mod that allows you to make boats? I don't really know why. I've actually tried to make maps that have, like, oceans, and I can't. I tried a map that had the maximum water amount and the biggest water vein amount, and I still got, like, instead of oceans, I got, like, the map was just covered in, like, random patches of water that just made it really hard to build. Like, that was it. Instead of, like, continents or anything like that. Okay, concrete. I came over here to get concrete. Oh, full on inventory. What? That turret's pretty fucked up. I better go over there and fix that, like, right now. I'd better go ahead and replace it with a turret. Where's my car? Shit, my car's at the other end of the base. as I start expanding my base and like getting bigger and bigger and having more access to resources, I'm going to okay. If I make all of these, I'm out of steel. Okay. I'm gonna start making it so that like these remote, you know, these, what the fuck? Okay, these remote like mining stations. I'm going to actually have them. I'm gonna make it so that I can manually take a train over to them rather than having to drive. Because right now I can't actually take a train over here, because if I tried, then it would block up the, it would fuck up the mining. Let's make two, because this section's kind of having some problems. Actually, here, let me... there. Okay, that ought to hold them off pretty good for a while. Okay, back to what I was doing. Although I should also go ahead and grab some steel. Wait for the train to cross. Okay, I need some steel. Although I don't really have the room for much steel, because I filled my inventory with iron like an idiot. Okay, so I want to make... how many more centrifuges can I make? 2. Hold on. No. I'm not manually making no fucking advanced circuits. Fuck that noise. No. No, we're gonna pick those up off the belt. I don't think so. Have I invested research into landfill? Yeah, I always research landfill. I always research everything. Like, when I get access to a particular... I'm not producing blue science, so this isn't progressing. I'm gonna pick something else. Let's pick flamethrower. Ooh. Damn it. I always, like, when I get access to automated production of a particular kind of science, I always research every science of that kind that I can. So I have landfill, it's just, like... I can't, like, what I want is oceans and continents, but the generator doesn't seem to do that. I've seen in other videos that people get worlds that are like that, and I don't know how, because I sure as hell can't. Okay, so I grabbed steel, I grabbed circuits. If I make 2 of these, then I'm just out of concrete. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hold on. No. We don't have any blue science production at the moment, because I turned it off. Mods for that kind of world gen? Okay. There is at least one custom map. I know there's a map that's just Earth. Except the continents are like really tiny. Like, you couldn't even fit a mega base on the map really, at least not comfortably. Like, if it were me, like, the map should have been 100 times bigger than it actually is, but oh well. I made some centrifuges. There we go. Then I'm gonna need... okay, so I'm making 2 more, right? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 of those. Damn it, I shouldn't be making no fucking green circuits. I may not have any blue science, but gray science is flying. So now I get to sit here and wait while this shit fucking works. So I guess while that's going, I can probably go ahead and let me think about how I'm gonna get this line over here. So the problem is, it's not here at the moment, but eventually these furnaces are actually going to take up all this space right here. So what I have to do to alleviate that is... Actually, you know, I'm having a spatial issue here anyway. Maybe I shouldn't put loading over here. Maybe I should actually put it over here, because I don't currently have any plans to put anything down there. That might be a better idea. So instead of even going through there, can I get it through here? No, because that's in the way. But I could at least, yeah, I can, it's kind of snaking it, but I can kind of do this. Yeah, I'm going to have to destroy this forest. In fact, that's a good point. Let me go ahead and start doing that. All that needs to go. Can't have it. Which is going to piss off this base right here really bad because, yeah, in fact, this base is going to become a problem if I'm going to have unloading like right here. I probably don't need to destroy all of this, quite frankly. Let me go ahead and... Let me not destroy that section. Because the pollution that I'm producing here is going to spread farther. Like, currently, my pollution doesn't actually reach this base. The only reason they attack me is because I'm just close to it. But if I get rid of this forest, this pollution that's here will probably spread over there, and that'll piss them off real good. I don't know if I can actually destroy that base in my current state, though. I would need to make a flamethrower, make flamethrower fuel for it, which is kind of a bitch. And, so, like, I'd need that, and then B, I really need something long-range to take care of these guys, and I don't really have anything like that. Wow, you guys stand up to this shit, don't you? I need to start making more of those. Yeah, the hive, the more pollution there is, the more active it becomes, yeah. So right now, they're just pissed off because I'm adjacent, but their attacks haven't actually been getting stronger. They've been sending over the exact same wave for ages. However, once pollution actually reaches here, then they're going to start actually getting real pissed. But that's okay, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna fuck their shit up if they come and fuck with me. We'll fucking find out. They're not gonna like me. I like these little construction robots. They're cute. They take a lot of power, though. Okay, so... I'm out of rails. Let's fix that. How do I want this set up then? So... I want... No. I want two-side unloading. How's my setup over there? I don't remember. What setup do I use? So, you have the setup 6, and then the last one curves around. Okay. So I guess I need to decide where Okay, well, where can I put the rails? That's a pretty important question. So it probably needs to go like here. Then I need more fast inserters. And then I probably want... Shit, I'm out of steel. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, this is not enough space. I'm gonna have to move this rail back a bit. Okay. For right now, one side unloading is fine, because I don't need a whole lot of this, but... Well, I see a problem. Yeah, that goes like that and feeds into this, and there's another one that does that. Because there's an underground that goes from the other side over here, and they meet up here evenly, which is one square off from how I have it. So I need to adjust that. What the fuck are you guys doing? Is it that one turret? No, it's this one. Okay, these apparently don't kill fast enough. It's probably... Man, my pollution over there is touching quite a lot of these bases. That's pretty bad. Okay, there we go. That's better. We need to build a walrus. There we go. I took the Trump approach to defending an area here. I need a train stop, and I also need not so many goddamn things to be in my hotbar that I'm not using, like this. What did I just make? I made a train stop. There it is. Okay, so I'm also going to need this to be longer. That is perfect. I will do that. And then I want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should give me a full length. Oh, no, it's one short. Well, it's only a double hotbar because you researched the second one. Yeah, it's a research. Yeah, I forgot to get steel. I need to go do that. Rather than make a gate, I'm just taking down the wall every time I need to go through it. Because it's easy, I guess. I should probably actually make a gate. Do I have any gate pieces? No. Can I make any gate pieces? Barely, because I'm short on steel and also circuits. Cool deal. Now I don't have to walk around every time. I hope these guys don't start, like, heading this way. I don't think they will, because the forest is currently blocking them from doing that. Biters actually have a hard time moving in the forest. Okay, what the fuck? Let's get rid of this area here. It's gonna take a bit. Man, that worked out perfectly. There's fucking 2 whole trees in my way. Get this shit out of here. This one too, just because it's there. I don't take kindly to trees around these parts. What do you mean not enough rails? Fuck you! Ah, man, this is gonna be good. I need to get rid of this whole forest. Like this has all gotta go. Because, in fact, I also need to fix this. This actually needs to go down that way. What? Man, I'm gonna have to add more turrets over there. Can I set up a robot control system that heals anything that gets damaged? Yes, but it's really expensive. Like, these robots take a lot of resources to make. The roboports that designate the area they operate in are extremely expensive, and they're electrically expensive, and, like, that's not a priority for me right now. Like, by the time I have an array of robots that can, like, do that for me automatically throughout the base, that particular patch of iron will probably have already been long since drained. If I had to guess. Okay, hold on. This is too long. Let's fix that. We don't need these pieces. Yep. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. Wow, this forest, this whole this whole section here, gotta go. Get rid of it. Also, I have a ridiculous amount of wood, and it's filling up my inventory, and I need to, like, not have that be the case. I have a place for storing wood up here, and I'll have to go and do that real quick. Where's my car? I'm constantly having to remember where I left my car. What's the point in having it if it's never around? I need, like... I don't think this game has it by default. There's probably a mod for it, if I had to guess, but there's no, like, jetpack or anything. Like, fuck cars. Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude? There's a miner over there that isn't producing anything, but I also don't really care too much. Well, there's my car. And there, now you've heard the whole plot to the movie Dude, Where's My Car? That I just recited for you basically the whole plot. Except, I mean, not at all, but I did recite for you the opening and ending lines of the movie, basically. Okay, so that's now full of shit. Let me take these out and put these in. I have all this wood, all these electrical engines, which I'm not currently using, but I will eventually. These things, which I will never use. Like, I just used them to get started with. So they're just kind of a waste. I'll probably blow them up. And I actually mean that. Like, in this game, you can't really delete items. The only way for you to do that is, there used to be an iron patch here, and that's now fucking gone. Which is why this, like, ridiculous setup is here. But, there used to be... I don't remember what I was saying anymore, so I'm just gonna give it up on that one. I also like how this stone does, like, this, because there used to be a patch here, and there used to be a forest here, so I did that, and now it just doesn't look necessary at all anymore. What was I doing? What the hell was I doing? Oh no, no, there never was a there never was a way to delete items. You can't delete items, except what you can sort of do. You can sort of delete items. So like if you put so items that are contained inside of an object that gets destroyed are deleted. That's the only way to delete items. So the way that you can delete items is you take the shit that you don't want, put it in a box, and then blow up the box. That's how you do it. You chuck grenades at your items until they're gone. Okay, so this rail needs to connect with that system up there. And in order for it to do that... hold on. I need more of a zoomed out view here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a curved section that does this. I'm going to continue this straight, make this a block, and connect it with this. Wow, that's going to require me to remove quite a lot of trees. I'm gonna try to not... I don't know. Like, I don't... Like, that's going to cut straight through this whole forest. Yeah, here we go. I need at least this section gone. That middle section there. That would be sufficient for the rails to fit. I really don't like removing forests because they do absorb so much pollution, but also if my base is like fully automated in terms of defense, then I don't think it matters too much. Not enough rails. How about now? I need to... Let's just get rid of this section. I don't know. Maybe. As I've said, cannot insert raw wood. Player's inventory is full. Okay, well, hold on. I have a temporary fix for that. Shit. So these trash slots right here aren't actually for deleting items. What these actually are is when you construct a logistics robot, or a logistics network of robots, those slots are for like things that like you don't want in your inventory, but robots can come and get from you if other things on the network need it. So like this coal I don't actually want to lose, and there's machines that could use this coal, but I personally don't need it in my inventory for anything. So if I left them in those slots, then that would be like robots would come and take them from me. But I don't have a logistics network for robots yet, so I have to just manually come up here and put it in my overflow chest. Okay, now here's what we do. So I'm probably going to want to rearrange all of these rail signals because... Okay, that's one off. This. Oh, actually, I guess I don't need to... So, like... Yeah, that actually wound up... I wound up accidentally spacing these perfectly. Okay. So now things coming this way can go this way. And I'm going to make this a block. And apparently that somehow automatically made this a block. I don't know why. Something's wrong. It's only letting me put signals on one side. Oh, because the track isn't complete, of course. I see some trains that need removing. Some trains. No, some forest that needs removing. You return with mint tea? Oh, so I inspired you, huh? Do I have any mint tea left? Yeah, I've got some. It doesn't taste so great when it's not warm. Wait, hold on a second. What the fuck? Get 'em, boys! Okay, no wonder it's taking damage. They're sending huge hit squads. So this took damage, I think. It's this base that's doing it. Yeah, Bigelow Mint is exactly the kind I have / am drinking at the moment. This fucking train ran out of fuel. Shit. Cause I broke the coal supply over here, so now this doesn't get fuel anymore. Fuck, I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, so I need more laser turrets, which I have some in my inventory. I have to go over there and fix that. I have to give this coal. I need to check and make sure that this one lone random turret is okay. Lots and lots of things to do over there. Let me just connect this track. And head that way. Where is my vehicle? Look, I can take the train to get to my car. Constant comment? Is that like a flavor of tea? Trains are significantly faster than cars in this game, but I don't have a way to get a train over here at the moment. So I'm just gonna have to do this. Damn it. Okay. No, laser turret's fine. Black tea, orange rind, and sweet spice. That does sound good. I've only just recently gotten into drinking tea. Throughout my life, the only things that I've really consumed, in any sense, tea-wise, are, I put all that coal away, didn't I? Yep. So now I don't have any coal. So I can't actually fix this train. That's pretty good. So I came all the way over here to do that, and I can't even do that. How do I take it? I don't understand the question. But yeah, throughout my life, I've actually not ever drank regular tea. I've always had either sweet tea or just unsweet tea, quote unquote, which is just, you know, like, I actually don't even know what unsweet tea actually is in terms of tea. I am actually not sure on that one. Ow. Nice. Oh, sugar, cream, both neither. I just drink herbal tea. I don't put anything in it. Literally what I do is I have a mug that I fill with tap water, stick it in the microwave for 1 minute, and then I let my tea bag just kind of simmer in that for a while, and then I drink it. That's what I do, which works well enough for me. Oh yeah, so here, rail signals. Yeah, no, this still considers itself one block. That's very odd. A fly marrying a bumblebee. Oh, here's why. This is why. There's a fucking rail segment missing. One track somehow didn't get connected. Don't know how I did that. Okay, so now this should all count as one contiguous rail, which I actually don't want. I want rail signals here and here to make that a block. Okay. Yeah, now this whole thing is one block, and I guess that's okay. I'm not really sure why. I don't get this part right. Oh, it's because this isn't. Oh, that's why. Okay. I thought this was across from this, but it was actually on this section. That's why. So I actually just need to move this. There we go. That's how it should be. That wagon's full, right? Like, this thing isn't going to try to run over me? Yeah, it's full. Okay, so now that's... yeah, so that'll work. So now those trains will be able to... oh, wait. But it's... hold on. This new setup makes deadlocking possible. No, I don't use a kettle. That would take too long. I don't have time for that. Or at least I didn't have time for that this past semester, so when I started drinking tea, the only way that I could possibly do it is if I just microwaved water. Which works. I'm not sure that there's a difference between microwaved water and, you know, heated water. Well, it only takes 1 minute to microwave water. It's like I don't think I can't imagine that there's a difference. Is all I'm saying. So okay. So wait, can deadlocks happen? So if this train heads this way, stops here, because this train comes here. I need rain shale, so yeah, rain shale, no. Rail chain signals is what I need to solve this problem. This is Factorio. It's a game about making factories. Okay, but then why would I not just use the microwave to heat up a cup of water? Like, that's what I'm not understanding. Like, why would I use anything else if it's slower? Microwave heats up water pretty fucking quick. So, I can have a rail chain signal down here. Makes train... only one train will be going this way. Let me think. So, this section going all the way to the left is one block. And... so you can't have a situation... okay, so you can have a situation where the train comes here and stops because something's already coming this way on this track. It goes this way. Oh, no? No, because this can be going this way. This will come through here, stop here, and then this one will come this way, stop here, and then we have a deadlock. How do I solve that? This junction is no good. If the train is coming this way, how does that work now? If a train is coming this way, the train comes this way, this block is free, so it goes here, and then it has to stop, and then this one goes here and it has to stop. Well, like, I don't think making the junction bigger is going to help. Like, if I move this set back here and this set back here, then this train will still enter the junction here, try to go this way, and then stop here, and the other one will just stop here. It's like the train... It's like this intersection needs to be two-way, that's why. I don't want to make... okay, here's the thing. This is not a particularly long distance, but... oh, I forgot to put coal on that train. That rail isn't particularly long, but it did take a lot of rail to make, and the farther I go out to get resources, the longer these rails are going to get. I don't want to make a two-way rail system where every rail is one way, because um, it'll take a lot of rail and a lot of time to do that, and I really don't want to do that. You can, but I don't want to, and I don't think I should have to. If every single one of the two-way sections, such as this section and this section, are just one rail, that should be doable. Like, if a train needs to go this way and one needs to go this way, then one train should wait here while this one goes this way, and then this one should go the other way. But it's creating this deadlock problem, which is solvable. There's a way to solve this. I'm just not sure what it is yet. I didn't get coal. I need to grab it from that overflows chest. This train hasn't been around in a while, I don't think. I should take a look and... Oh, right, because that's the one that's out of coal. I don't know if making the junction bigger will help. Maybe. Maybe it will. You might be right. There might be a way to get that to work. Let me think about it. Okay, so here's the train. Off it goes. Okay, so... Okay. Currently... Yeah, that's... Okay, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. So each one can wait while this is in use on that end, but they can't on this end. And the problem is here. So... let me think about this now. So the problem is, this section needs to be two-way, and just this section, I think. Like, it should be possible for... this to go this way, but not to go this way. And instead, this could go like a different way. The turn into the two-way rail turns out into a loop. So, like, make this a circle? I don't think that'll fix it. I don't see how making this a circle would fix it. Because, like, then a train could come here, and then, like... it would have to be able to, like, wait here, and then that could go that way. But then there'd also have to be range hail signals everywhere. Rail chain signals everywhere allowing that. I don't know if I can actually do that. Maybe? I'm not sure. I feel like there's probably a better way to do it than that. So, what would that be? It's like... if I removed this and made it... I shouldn't have to do that. There should be a different way. Let's try the circle idea. Let's see. Okay, not that. Well, it's an ugly circle, but it's a circle. And I'm out of stone, Luigi. Stone is not something I should ever be out of because of all this fucking stone I have sitting around. Rail circle revival. I don't know my history. Okay, now these signals are confused. so they need to be redone. You can't have a block begin and end at the same point, which is fine. Make the junction bigger, then put the section divider in the middle, and make half the junction be on tracks on the way. I don't know what you mean. I'm very confused by your explanation. I don't know what it means to make it bigger. Like, what part of the junction needs to be bigger? This is just a plus. If you mean to make this circle bigger or this bigger, then okay. Then put the section divider in the middle. In the middle of what? You mean in the middle of this? Oh, wait, you're right. Hold on, hold on. I think I get what you're saying. Hold on. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So let's say I make this bigger. It needs to be at least big enough for a train to fit in it. So let's start it here. Move it there. I think that's long enough. It is actually not. It needs to be a little longer than that. Okay, so that's a block. This is confused because I haven't like designated it correctly yet. This is a block. Okay, so this plus is one block. One thing can be crossing this plus at a time. However, that is also a block, and a whole train can fit in it. So now let's check this again. Yeah, I did. Well, I did kind of make a right triangle, didn't I? Well, I just think this takes less rail and it takes less logic and less signals, so I think it's more efficient. I think this makes more sense. No, well, the thing is, you can do really complex stuff. Like, the system is sufficiently... It has enough mechanics in it to where you can do lots of things, but... Yeah, it's like... There is some limit to it, but, the system is down. Okay, so if a train is going... These both denote the same block, right? Yeah, this long section is now both of these. So, if one's coming this way, and a train tries to go this way, it'll stop here. This one will pass, and then it can go. On the other end, there's no problem. I think this fixed it. Now, okay, now let's check the train that's coming this way. So, that train would need to get here, so it'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go here, and then okay, so if the other train is coming this way, it'll stop here, wait for that to go here, then this can go. If it's coming this way, it may need to wait here while this one goes this way, and then this can go there. If this is coming this way, and this is coming this way, that one will stop here, wait for this one to go that way, then go... Yeah, I think that fixed it. I think this fixed it. I think we're good. I need some more coal. Also, I need to pick up these miners that aren't doing anything. Ow. This cannot be mined while anyone is in it. What the fuck? Oh, I guess it thought I meant I was trying to pick up the car. It's not what I was trying to do, game. Okay, so I need coal. No, you can be on a conveyor and pick it up, like, watch. So I'm on this conveyor. But I can't pick up the car because I'm in it. Coal's right here. Okay, so the only part of the whole uranium mining process that's missing is I need to go back and make sure the processing area is set to go, which I don't think it actually is. Yeah, the conveyor belt can move the car for some reason. That's wrong. There we go. Okay. So the logic on this one's going to be weird because this has to be empty and this has to be full. Actually, this doesn't have to be empty. I actually don't care what this is. This just needs to be full. Is there a way to do that logically? What the fuck? See? Hold on. Okay, so leave uranium mine 1 when... Oh, okay, it has fluid count separately than inventory. No, wait, no. Theo, those were randomly generated names. I don't know why they were that. Inventory, does that count the fluid wagon? It might. Oops. Hold on. Item count. Okay, so I can select a thing. So I want uranium ore greater or equal 20,000. One of these carts holds 20,000, I believe. Or is it? No, it's 2,000. Hold on, let me fix that. So I said greater than or equal, right? Yeah, greater than or equal 2,000. And that'll do that. So this is set up. That'll drain there. So it'll do that. If I set it on automatic, it'll sit here. Hold on. I actually need to do leave this when that, or fluid count, specifically sulfuric acid, equals 0. Okay, or fluid is... Okay, so leave this station when our inventory is full, or we're out of sulfuric acid. I think that's right. Then I need to go fix this. That's wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm actually gonna take the train. But I can't when it's in automatic mode. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait! Where's the other train? It's in processing, okay. I don't think the other train is gonna crash in... Oh, hold on. Just in case I fucked this up, I'm gonna save, because I don't wanna... If I crash this train into the other and both are going full speed, I think I'll fucking die. Miss my turn. There we go. Okay, so I need to fix this shit. I mean, you want to see me crash? You want to see what happens? It's not very impressive. I'll go crash. I have to turn the train around first, which is going to take a while. Oh wait, can I turn the train around? Hold on. Yeah, I think I can. If I... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, this works. So now we've turned around. We're going to go straight. Take a left. What? That only did half of its... It's because this one wasn't also moving. If this one was moving, it probably would have done a lot more. But that's it. That's all that happens. You just stop dead. If the other one was also moving the same speed in the opposite direction, it probably would have exploded. The explosion effect is really shitty. It doesn't look very good. Well, I need the station to actually have a name that makes sense. Hardly my fault. There we go. So now the station's powered. I need 3 pumps. And I have no engines, so that's not... Oh, no, I have a ton of engines, apparently. I don't see them anywhere. Oh, there they are. Okay. 3 of those. Oh, shit. I need to make sure that the direction on those pumps is actually set correctly. Also, what the fuck? These don't line up right. Well, they seem to work anyway. I don't get that, but oh well. So now I have to get sulfuric acid over here. Now, this container is hypothetically supposed to be sulfuric acid. It isn't at the moment, but it's supposed to be eventually, once I wire that shit up correctly. So, I don't want this right in front of the gate. Simple solution, move the gate. Okay, so now, if the storage array actually had sulfuric acid in it, we would get sulfuric acid out. But it doesn't. Where's my car? Oh yeah, I left it at the other station. Okay. Now, I do have a sulfuric acid processing area, which it's currently just not connected to anything. I can fix that, however. What I can do is do this. You know, hold on. I don't like this spot. What? Oh yeah? They actually managed to hit one. Why? Don't know. Oh, he was a... I didn't know that. Okay, interesting. I had never heard the name. I don't know what the name with underscores was supposed to be, though. That one was kind of weird. So I'm actually going to do this. Hold on. That doesn't need to be like that. And then we can have... No, hold on. I'm going to... There we go. Yeah, well, that's what happens when, like, there's a DNS problem. If the system already has connections to things, it is still capable of maintaining those connections. It's just you can't make any new ones if there's a network error. Okay, so... Let's see. 1, 2. Except I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do this. this is gonna take so much fucking pipe. It's a good thing I have not much left. That's okay. I have a box full of it somewhere. Somewhere else in the factory. I like how the whole time you guys have been watching me stream, all this time has just been me setting up uranium mining. That's all this has been. I have not made any progress yet, technically. Nothing new has happened. Oh, am I about to be out? Yep. Time to go get more pipe. How do you fix it? I don't know what TLS actually is, but you probably want to just reset your router / computer to start with, which means losing the connection to the stream, but you don't you need a water source to make sulfuric acid? I sure do. You're right. Oh, that was the wrong kind of pipe. Okay, well I needed that kind of pipe too, but I actually meant to grab this. There we go. However, I have a water pipe right here. So this will be sulfuric out, this is water in. You also need other things. You need iron and copper, I think, but those are already being ferried over there. Where's the processing plant? It's way over there, so I have to get basically to the end with this shit. Because I made my like object production facilities in the order that I got them, and since, or rather, in the order that I needed to like have them automated. So my sulfuric acid production is way the fuck at the end because it's one of the most recent things that I had access to that I actually needed for something. I needed it for, I think I actually made it for batteries. Yeah, I made it so that I could make batteries. That's what it was. Okay, now which part... Hold on. Which one of this fucking mess of pipes is actually sulfuric acid production? Okay, that's petroleum production. I don't give a shit about that. Okay, sulfuric acid takes in petroleum gas and water, which is these two pipes, and the output pipe is right here. Or actually, it's right here. Okay, so it's these three, literally the last three at the end. Okay. So these are the three that need connecting. One to water, specifically this one. Has water. One to petroleum gas. You do not have enough Vespine gas! Well, this is a problem. They're too close together. Okay, I'm gonna have to move water really quick. That there. And then we're gonna do this weird shit. Oh, hold on, that's wrong. Oh, I can't do this. Okay, hold on. We'll do this. Move this. Water there. That actually can't go any further. Shit. What a stupid problem. This is a dumb problem to have. I made this work earlier. I had some way of dealing with this. Okay, well let me get the sulfuric acid out first, I guess, because that's easy. Where's my... There we go. And there we go. And this is completely unnecessary. There we are. Now we have sulfuric acid out. Or we would if there was any, but there isn't. Okay. Well, then I'll just have to make some. But the system needs water, which it does not have, because this cannot connect to this without blocking this. Okay, well, this solves it, but it sure looks stupid as hell. Okay, and now we have sulfuric acid coming out. No, we don't, because as soon as I make it, it's getting sucked into battery production. What the fuck? How do I... What? What do you mean I have no water? I just connected water. What do you mean there's no water? Now I gotta now I have to follow the pipe back all the way to the source. What do you fucking mean there's no water? There's water here. Oh, this is wrong. That's why. Now we have, one sulfuric acid, which is nothing, because the fucking batteries are taking it all. This is a fast way to get over here. If I could put train stops around and just remotely summon the train to get here, that would be cool, but... Wait, hang on. Wait, now that the track is a loop, I can do that, can't I? I think I can. I don't know where my train actually is. A train exists somewhere. Why do I have this going counterclockwise? Hold on, that's fucked up. Yeah, the train is facing the other way. The train goes clockwise. Here, I'm just gonna not fuck around. And then I think if I click on a station, if there's a train assigned to this stop, I think I can tell it to come here. How's our sulfuric acid doing? Oh yeah, there we go. We're producing basically nothing because the fucking batteries are taking it all. The problem is I need more sulfuric acid production, but oh well. I'm gonna move literally the entire setup anyway, so I should probably not do that. Where's the middle roughly? Like here-ish? No, it's more like I'm looking at the map here. Well, good, because I can just barely put a stop here. No. I don't need to process fucking, like, old gods. I need to process north. Okay, that didn't... I didn't think that one through. Actually, hold on. So the train's right here. What happened? Oh, well, yeah, hold on. I have to give the train... The train needs to have those stops on its list first. Hold on, let me get out of its way. How's the fuel doing? It's fine. Your train, your setup is going to be processing north. I don't need a condition though. And processing west. Okay, so now it has those stations on its roster. So if I come over to the station that it's attached to, yeah, I can remotely access it and I can tell it, go here. Oh, and it immediately left. Asshole! I didn't tell you to do that. Hold on. I need a better condition than that. I don't ever want it to leave, basically. Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. Time passed. 5 seconds. I'll just have it constantly wasting fuel. It'll just constantly drive around in a circle. It'll wait 5 seconds, and then it'll take off to here, and then it'll wait 5 seconds, and it'll fuck off. It's a complete waste of coal, but that's what I'm gonna fucking do now. You know what? Let me actually get back on the train, because the next place I need to go, I think, is actually... You know what? With this train constantly running around, I'm running the risk of just killing myself with it. That doesn't sound good. Train should be here any second. Okay, now I'm gonna jump out of a moving train. I don't know how good an idea this is. Okay, it worked. My fucking robot jumped out. Get over here, you asshole. Okay. Okay, so now I have sulfuric acid in these tanks, a very pathetically small amount of it. And this isn't going anywhere because... oh, because I don't have... It's A, it's in manual, and B, I don't have this stop on its list. So you can leave when your inventory... No, hold on. Not when your inventory is empty. You need to leave when fluid count... No. When item count... uranium ore... 0 equals 0. And... fluid count... for... sulfuric acid. This holds some amount, just greater than 0. That's fine. You have to have some amount of sulfuric acid, and you have to have absolutely no uranium ore. Then you can go to the mine. Hold on, wait, I want to come with you! Yeah, that fucking train in my base is definitely gonna drive by at some point and fucking kill me. Also, I forgot to put a train stop down, but oh well. Now watch this one run into the other one. No, the other one's at its parking spot. Okay. That's fucking cool. That works like a charm. But it's gonna... Yep, it's gonna leave because it ran out of... Okay. Well, I have uranium now. It's not in the fucking train because I programmed it to leave at the wrong time. Hold on, let's fix that. Yeah, this, because it's just going to immediately turn around, like it has like 1 sulfuric acid in it, it's going to turn, okay, I need to, this has to be fixed. I think, oops, sulfuric acid greater than sulfuric acid. How much can that tank hold? How much does that hold? 25,000. And it needs to be greater or equal. But even then, with the small amount of sulfuric acid it did go and grab, like, these are now working. And yeah, they have plenty of sulfuric acid to work with. I don't know how much sulfuric acid they actually consume. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know how much they consume per process. I'm not sure. It'd be nice to know. But we are slowly, very, very slowly, getting uranium. And it's working. Do I have anything in the trunk? No. Where's the train? Here it is. It's waiting for this to fill, and it's not filling because, yeah, we don't have any sulfuric acid, so that's whatever. Okay, so one way or the other, I have uranium now. It's going to take a while for me to actually get some, because it's going to take a while for that tanker to fill up. But I will eventually get some. So in the meantime, I'm going to install some extra train stops on the inside, and then find something else to do while I'm waiting for uranium to get in here. Okay, so where's the middle of the eastern section? It's like... it's kind of vaguely where I am now. Jesus fucking Christ! That thing moves fast! Like, fuck! Slow down, man! Where are you off to in such a hurry? Dennis W100. Good name. Oh, I fucked this up. I got east and west backwards. God damn it. And, okay, apparently you can have two with the same name. I had to click it as it passed by so I can adjust its schedule. Okay, so you need to also be able to go to processing. Okay. Yeah, so trains kind of have this weird quality to them that two train stations with the exact same name will count as the same station, but they can be in different locations. So when a train is told it needs to go to processing west, and there's two processing wests on its network, it will actually just go to the closest one, which is why it just completely ignored this one. Because when it left here, the closest one was here, and then, so then it's here, and then it needs to go to north, so it goes here. So it's always going to stop at this one. So I need to go to this one and change its name for me to even add this one to the schedule at all. And right here at this turret station is pretty close to the middle. Actually, it's... yeah, this is basically right in the middle. Okay. Oh, no? Okay, well, I guess the person who said that earlier was dead fucking wrong then. Also, according to the wiki, trains do not produce pollution, and nor do cars, despite the fact that they very obviously produce pollution. This is actually supposed to be east, because I'm a fucking idiot. Ah, okay, now see, I was wondering. This actually isn't even going to stop here anymore, or it did, but now it doesn't know where to go, because... or, no? Okay, it must have just thought this was still called west, but yeah, it says... This stop has no trains, and it's because the train is still looking for the string, like, processing west, even though... Damn it! Oh! I can't be driving around with this fucking car in the middle of my base. Let me live dangerously and get on the rails here. Oh, shit. I'm gonna fucking get run over by a train. It doesn't matter if the laser turrets are facing the wrong direction. They'll fix themselves. Okay, you're going to processing north, west. Well, hold on, I have to, the order matters. Time passed. 5. And south. Time passed. 5. Yeah, the order matters, so it's got to be north, east, southwest. In that order. Okay. Yeah, the trains move pretty fucking fast. Is there a character limit? Probably 255 if I had to guess, but I'm not aware if there is. Is there a way for me to just get it to stay at a station indefinitely? I wonder. I can probably just do, like, tell it, like, you have to have more than 0 transport belts, and it will never have one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's not appearing in your chat. Item count, transport belt, greater than 0. So now it should just never leave this station, right? Yeah, I guess now it won't, never will. Okay, so let's make item count, transport belt greater than 0. You will never have one. And item count, transport belt greater than 0. Okay. So now, and then it's an automatic now, but I can always switch it back and forth when I need to summon it. Okay, so I'm actually going to put it in manual since it's here. So I did that. Let's go check the sulfuric acid. See how we're doing on uranium mining. Oh, shit. I passed right by the goddamn station. Hold on. Can I actually tell the train? Yeah, I can tell it to go somewhere. Go to the south station. Preferably not by going in a circle, but I don't think it has a choice. So that one construction robot is now, like, way on the other side of the map, or on the other side of the factory, trying to get to me desperately. Okay, that's pretty cool. That works out pretty well. And now it doesn't have a risk of running over me. Oh, those fucking things don't even have power. But I also, yeah, don't... Oh, you know what? It's stuck over there because... Yeah, hold on. Oh. Yeah, this seems like it's pretty important. Oh, I also never made the last centrifuge. There we go. Oh wait, there is uranium here. Cool. It's only 4, but it's here. Celesting. Okay. That's fucking uranium processing. All I have to do is give it an output. Like her. I don't know. It's a good question. Oops. Okay. And then, okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna... Yeah, this is gonna be stupid looking, but... Actually, wait, I should just have... Oh, but I can't because all this shit's in my way. I can probably... No, because there's no room. Yeah. Conveyor belt's not particularly visible anymore. I could probably, like, ferry them over here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Oh, This tree's in my way. It's also in my factory. Get this fucking tree shit out of my factory. Except I can save belt if I do this. And also, I really don't need... to be using all these undergrounds like this. This is just unnecessary. Okay. That's one too many. And then we make ourselves a wooden chest. And we plop it down right here. Stick an inserter. Give him power. And just like that, whenever I need to grab uranium fuel cells, they'll be in this box. You know, once eventually... Oh, I need to power this. Once eventually this actually starts producing stuff. This doesn't quite power everything, so... But if I put it on the edges, it won't either. If I do this, it will, but I can't put them in the middle like that, so... I guess I gotta bite the bullet and do it like that. So yeah, I have to have 3 medium power poles per 2 processing units. Okay. Wait, what? These long boys aren't getting powered. Well, that's ghetto as fuck. I'm not a fan of that. Hold on. Yeah, okay, ghetto solution it is. There's no space to put it, so... This outputs 10 every time it processes. Oh, but it takes 10 seconds. Okay, that'll be fine. Alrighty. Okay, then our setup is ready. We're ready for nuclear power. Well, I haven't set up the generator, but we have fuel cell production. Okay, so now we're actually going to talk about the reactor itself. Also, I'm going to need to make some more stops because, like, having to walk all the way over here to the train, I'm not having that. I need to make, like, 8, one for every cardinal direction. Okay, so where are we going to put the reactor? Oh yeah, reactor goes up by the water. Actually, I could put the reactor down here because I do have a water supply right here. No, that's a bad idea. Okay, so head to... Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Can I make 4 more of these? Let's put you in manual mode. I want one on every corner. Henry H. Plausch IV. Nope. Almost made the same mistake again. Oh, hold on. This train needs... So that's why it's on there. Inventory, item count. Go. The names this fucking game comes up with are just absurd. Also, there's no space for me to put... I can't put a stop anywhere. Fuck. I have to put it here because there's too many goddamn belts in the way. Even though there's a stop, like, right over there. F. Yavorsky. Oh, you'll be pleased to know, Cheese, that Josh and I have been continuing our trend of naming every Pokemon we get in Mystery Dungeon just the most ridiculous shit we can. I wish I could remember some of the names offhand, but some of them are really fucking good. This is northeast. And finally we have Yeah, I mean, we've been working on it. I just haven't had time because of finals week for the past couple weeks, that's all. I mean, I still want to finish the game. I don't know if I'm going to 100% it, but I definitely want to, like, do all the story missions and, like, beat all the bosses. Like, I want to do an all bosses run, basically. I'll consider the game 100%ed when I do that. With the well, not 100%ed, but, like, completed to my satisfaction. When there's, like, nothing left to do but recruit stuff, I'll stop. Smellborp Squared. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Okay, so you've got southwest, northeast, northeast. Well, hold on, what's the order? So it's north, yeah, northeast, east, southeast, the order doesn't actually matter since I'm not, like, the train isn't going to be automatically moving around the base anymore, but I want to have it in order anyway, just for my own sanity. Welcome back. North, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and finally northwest. So that should be 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But, yep, that's all 8. Okay. So I want to go to... Send me to processing north. That's where the nuclear reactor is going to go. Oh, what the fuck? That looks cool. Hold on. No, go back. Also, I went to the wrong station anyway. I meant to go to northeast, but no, take me to processing south. I want to see with that shit. Look at that shit. What's going on over there? Look, the train is completely full. Also, I just realized oh, no, it's because it's not... Yeah, it's not unloading on both sides. I need to fix that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm able to call the train automatically now, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely very happy with that. Iron fucking gears all the time. Pew 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 pew. Look at this guy. He's like, I'm gonna get you. Oh. Where's the? Oh, there we go. I was about to say. I literally just made a belt and can't find it. Okay. So, cool deal. Except, I forgot to put down these. There we go. Okay, so now we have dual unloading. So that'll fill the other half of the belt. I mean, I'll probably have to add another laser turret. In fact, I'll just do that right now. But it's not like that's a big deal. It's like... make a laser turret. Also, I can make flamethrower turrets now. I don't want to because they take as input, as you can see, it says it takes either as input oil, heavy oil, or light oil, or yeah, heavy oil or light oil, and that's not a big deal. Like, those are easy things to get over here. It's just that I don't want to have to send them over here just to power a fucking turret. So there. Heck, I'll make a couple more. What am I out of? Steel? What belt doesn't connect? At some point, once the base is fully enclosed, I'm actually also going to completely cover it in concrete, but that's for later. I need to go back to south. There. Let's see him get through that shit. Oh shit, you're right. How the fuck did that happen? There we go. Thanks for catching that. I would have never noticed. Okay, so once the train eventually gets back... yeah, it's gonna be a while. This thing needs to hit 2,000, and these things don't produce very fast. How's the electrical network doing? Okay, we're fine for right now. But again, it's only because the furnaces aren't currently running. Look at that shit. They ain't going nowhere. Okay, what the fuck? Is there radiation? I don't think so. I'm actually not sure. I don't think there is, though. So... Man, I have no sulfuric acid to speak of. That's good. Okay, so how are we doing over here? Yeah, those things mine this shit really fucking slowly. That's kind of concerning. Because, like, it's gonna take forever for that to actually get over here with its... Well, no, it's almost full. It's getting there. Okay. I'm not gonna be out by the time it gets back, so that's fine. Yeah, no, I don't think you can take radiation damage. Even if you could, look at me. I'm wearing power armor, and I have, like, a gas mask and stuff. So, I'm pretty resistant to it anyway. So, why are we not producing these? This is why. I haven't gotten any of this yet. It's a, what is it, a 0.1% chance? 0.7% chance, okay. Yeah, well, it's just, you know, to convey the concept. That's fine. Because, you know, if it were real radiation, like, you couldn't actually see the thing, like, but... So yeah, so here's this is what I was talking about earlier when I said that centrifuges aren't very good at processing uranium ore. This is what I meant. So these things need 1 unit of uranium-235 to produce 10 of these. They need at least 1, but this isn't producing any. And the reason it's not producing any is because it's a 0.7% chance for it to produce them anyway. And it consumes the uranium ore in the process. And it always produces this, or at least it has a 99% chance of producing this, so it basically always. And then it has a 0.7% chance to produce this, which is really, really low. There is a way to kind of fix that, which I'm going to do right now. You can make these things. Productivity modules. I'd make the better ones, but I don't have processing units yet. Oh, can I make processing units? No, I can't even... That's right, you have to make them... Yeah, you have to automate processing units, because processing units take sulfur. Or sulfuric acid. So I can't make any of these yet, but I can make these. Each one of these takes 2, at most. So, I need 8. And oh god, they take forever to make. Okay. What these productivity modules actually do is they oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Now that this is completely full of uranium, this is gonna stop processing. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that shit. That fucks this all up. Because basically there needs to be... Yeah, that's kind of a problem. Okay, hold on. I know how to solve it. It's kind of gonna butt up against this, though. I think that's okay. I can do this weird shit right here. And then I'll just stick this at the end. Put a steel chest there. So what productivity modules do is you stick them in a slot, and it will increase, specifically for a centrifuge, it'll increase the percent chance that it has of producing these things. In regular systems, if you put, does this? Yeah, this takes modules. If you put productivity like in this or like in a assembler or something like that, it will, every time you craft X number of crafts, it'll produce an extra one, depending on what the percentage is. So like, as an example, if you had a total of 25% productivity on this, then every 4 crafts, you would get 1 extra product for free, which is really, really good. It comes at a cost, though. It makes the machine consume more energy, and it makes it slower. But on these, its special effect is that instead of getting, instead of a process getting extra, it just boosts the percent chance. This probably isn't going to produce or increase it too much, but I really don't have a choice here. Like, wait, can I put in multiple? No, you can't. Okay. So, it doesn't say that the percent chance increased. Oh, it also increases the pollution rate. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm seeing that radiation. That looks pretty cool. And people are just posting messages in binary and in hex in the chat. I guess because people are fascinated by number systems. Where was that fascination when you were in school, guys? Okay. And then, in order to fix this overflow problem I have, I can do this shit. God damn it. More ghetto fixing of things. Oh, that's weird. This isn't... Huh, you're right. It does have a second bar. That is the productivity bar. That's weird. That's... the way it was explained to me, that is not how that's supposed to work. Maybe it changed. Maybe they changed it so that it works the same way as all the others. There is an energy efficiency module, yeah, but there's 0 point in doing that. Like, the energy efficiency module just reduces pollution amount, and I assume, and reduces the electrical consumption of a machine, which is totally useless because you would rather have productivity or speed in the same slot and, like, just increase your electrical production. Like, you should never be using energy efficiency. You should just increase your power grid. Like, no, actual centrifuges don't look like that. You know what else doesn't look at all the way it's supposed to look? Nuclear reactors. Look at what a nuclear reactor looks like. What the fuck is this mess? That's not what that looks like. But it's a game. Oh, I forgot to put this here. I don't need this shit in my inventory. Oh, and also I'm missing a belt here. Look at these massive bodies. It does look like something the Brotherhood of Steel would have. They ain't got shit on me. So I'm curious what happens when this bar fills up. Is it like guaranteed to produce? Oh, hey, look, one of them produced. One of them beat the 0.7% chance at some point, and gave me. Oh, 4 of them did. Wow. Okay, that's cool. fucking taking that shit. I was afraid to take it for a second, because in Minecraft, when you produce these, or Industrial Craft, when you produce these, they're radioactive, and you can't have them in your inventory unless you're wearing radioactive protection. But this game doesn't have radioactivity, so I didn't have to worry about it. Okay, so now we've got that. Train's over there, but this stops closer. So now we can go make our nuclear reactor, and finally I will have fixed my power problem. It sure didn't fucking take long enough. Southwest. Northeast. So now we're going to do the nuclear reactor setup, which is going to take quite a lot of materials. Oh, no, I'm just an idiot. I meant to go to Northwest. God damn it. East and West are just, I'm horrible with them. I don't know why. It's the only thing that's like that for me. They're like the only thing I get backwards. Good use of coal. Okay. That's West, Patrick. Okay. So, I'm gonna have the nuclear reactor set up somewhere out here. The processing area is technically... Let me actually go ahead and make a wall for that. So, the way I'm defining how big it is this track that I made plus 5. That's where the wall goes. Oops. That was good. Wow, I put these in a fantastic spot. Okay. I think it also... Well, I probably don't want to stick it there yet, because I need to empty out that copper patch first. Oh, wow, the train actually can't leave because I'm so full on iron ore that it can't empty it, which is fine. It's a good problem to have. I need to automate this shit. Anyway. Have I played The Forest? No, but I've seen gameplay of it. It's not something that terribly interests me, although that might only because when I saw it, it was in a very early state and there really wasn't much to do in it. There might be more to do in it now, but I wouldn't know. So we need to get rid of this tree. Is this better or worse than the Crusader game? This is significantly better than the Crusader game, but I do love that Crusader game, don't get me wrong. But this game, I discovered this game at random just through someone on the server talking about it. And, I immediately got absorbed into it, and I'm just in love with this game. This is a fantastic game. So this game has very, very quickly climbed the ranks of, my favorite games. I would now put this at a solid, This is in my top 10. I don't know if it's in my top 5, but it's goddamn close. Put the gate right here. It has gotten a lot better? Well, then I might take a look at it at some point. As of right now, I don't particularly care, honestly, though. Okay, so this setup might have to move at some point, but for now I'm just going to kind of pick a spot and put it there, preferably away from the forest. Let's actually put it in the middle of this open space, which is here-ish. Okay, so here's our nuclear reactor. Oh, that's a shame. A 3D version of just this would also be really cool. I'd be interested in that. So, here's a nuclear reactor. As input, the only thing it takes is uranium fuel cells. But I'm not going to put them in yet, because it'll start using them, and then they won't, the energy won't go anywhere, which is a waste. However, you can see that there's on here, in every cardinal direction, there's a fire output. And there's these, pipes on the ground. What those are, they are these. Or it's connections for... where is it? Why are these here? These should be in logistics. Let's make... that. Am I out of steel? No, I'm out of copper. Wow. Okay. This connects to heat pipes. And what heat pipes do is they let you connect this to heat exchangers, which I fucking need copper for, goddammit. So let's go to my copper deposit over here and grab some of that shit. I'm doing good on iron. I also might want to grab some steel. What am I doing on circuits? Not great. Grab an extra stack of those. I have no idea where my car is anymore. Where the fuck is my car? It should show up on the map. The map. I don't see it anywhere. It didn't get et because it would have, like, the game would have said something if it did. I know I didn't leave it over here. I'm not sure. It's somewhere here in the base and I just don't see it. Close to a rail. Well, you know, that's specific. That only covers my base. I'm not blaming you. I know. That's the reason I can't remember where it is, because I dumped it near a rail and I have no memory of what rail. But, okay, so we put heat exchangers down like this. Or we put heat pipe like that. And then we make ourselves heat exchangers. Let's see. Okay, so one nuclear reactor produces 40 megawatts of power. And one heat exchanger takes 10 megawatts. So, we make 4 of these. And these 4 connect to this heat pipe, and they, you know, perfectly consume the energy. Like, huh. They also take as input water, and they output steam. And I have, this is my water production right here, and also up there. This is my water production, so I'll just pipe that right on over. Have I tried City Skylines? No. There's many things I haven't tried. Don't recommend me a bunch of things right now, because I'm never going to remember. Like, now is not the time to... Not the time. So, they connect together like this, so I just have to get water over here, which isn't a big deal. I can just tap in right here. It's no problem. I don't know why I decided to make these undergrounds. They really didn't need to be. Okay, so now we have that, and then they output steam. So you take your steam, and you pipe it away, and then what you do with the steam is you put it into steam turbines, which take apparently a fuck ton of copper. Wow, this whole setup just takes a ton of copper. I have not needed copper for, like, fucking anything until now. And apparently it takes a lot of fucking gear wheels. So just give me the whole fucking thing, and I'm out of copper, because I have never connected this to my copper production area. It used to be connected, as you can see, but I restructured the base and broke it a while ago, and I still haven't fixed it, because that's how infrequently I use the shit. So, 1 of these to 4 of these. Now, 1 of these only consumes 5.8 megawatts, but these are producing 40. So it doesn't divide evenly. It turns out, it comes out to about 7-ish. It's actually 6.8, but 7 turbines is what it powers. And I only made 2. And now I'm out of iron. Well, I have fucking tons of iron. Is my car at the processing north stop? Oh, it is. What is it doing over here? It doesn't even belong inside the base physically at all. Shouldn't even be in here. Oh, this is probably from when I was going around and placing the stops. That's probably why it's there. Tried to make a sharp turn at the last second. That didn't work out so well. Let's park you here. That's a more reasonable spot. I usually expect the car to be around here, because this is like what I consider the front area, because when I started the game started here, and I built power here, and there were resource patches here, so I was like, I want my base to expand this way, so this was kind of my processing area at the start. Okay. Something to keep in mind about these heat pipe is that every square away you get from the reactor, the temperature goes down. And these things need at least 500 degrees to operate. So, this can actually only go so far from the reactor. I don't think... Like, I think if a pipe is way over 500, I don't think that matters. Like, because it decreases over distance, I don't think that actually wastes energy. I mean, maybe it does. I'm not sure, but I don't think it does. So here we have steam turbines, and what I'm gonna do... This setup that I've got isn't particularly expandable, but see, steam turbines can connect to each other. You can put them in a line. And so it's a good idea to have them in a massive line rather than like have them, you know, take up a bunch of space. But I'm thinking. One can go there, but one can't go here because there's a pipe in the way. I can probably fix that. And now I can't actually get out. The fucking steam turbines are too fucking fat. Could you use a boiler? No. Boilers, if I hover my mouse over one, only output a temperature of 165 degrees Celsius. These take 500 to work. These take 500 to produce steam, and these take steam that's at 500 degrees to operate, so you couldn't do it with that. This is only 5. I need 7. I thought I made 7. I'm out of iron. I thought I went and got iron. Getting frustrated at myself for being an idiot. What do you want? I know. They do that all the time. Give me 2 more steam turbines. And in the meantime, I will fix this. Here. And I'm out of undergrounds. Okay, well then these aren't going to get undergrounds, are they? I'm going to get trapped in here. I'm going to be out of pipe, aren't I? Yup. Wow. That's pretty good. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to make it by hand. I have a whole bunch in a chest over there, but no, I'm just going to... Boop. Do that. So this little setup that I have here produces so much electricity that it alone will produce more than this is even capable of producing. Like, this setup I have here, 1 offshore pump to 10 boilers to 20 steam engines. The ratio works out perfectly. This setup consumes exactly the amount of water this pump puts out. And these steam turbines, or no, these steam engines consume exactly the amount of steam that these things produce. Exactly. It works out perfectly. Right now, I don't have a need for the power at the moment, but these things put out, I think, like, what is it? One of these puts out, 900 kilowatts. So this whole setup approximately, well, I mean, we can do the math. Let's see. Let's pull up the calculator. 900 kilowatts times, there's 20 of these. So that's 1,800 kilowatts, or 18 megawatts. These produce 18 megawatts. This produces fucking 40. So this is 2 of these, plus some. And look how much smaller it is. Like, this is the whole setup. That is the whole setup. That's it. Oh, hold on, I forgot. That's so funny, I forgot. Then I just need to connect it somewhere. And I'm out of fucking poles. There we go. Okay, so now these will produce power here. But they don't have any... These are getting water, right? Yeah, they are. And those are... Okay. Don't have any fuel cells. There you go. Now you have fuel cells. It uses them pretty slowly. But if I put my cursor on it, you can see the temperature is increasing a Celsius every, like, quarter of a second, maybe. Once it's over 500... In fact, let's look at the heat pipes. This is at 55, 57... But see, so 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, this is only at... Yeah, see, there's like 1 degree Celsius being lost here, and then 1 here, and then like 1 or 2 here. Like, so this is only at 90, while this is at 100. So I lost 10 degrees just going this short distance. But once this gets up to 500, or more precisely 510, these will be producing 40 megawatts of power. And it'll only take a couple fuel cells to get it up to temperature. Now the thing is, you don't want to ever let this thing turn off. Because once it does, this is going to drop in temperature, which will cause this to drop in temperature, which will cause these to stop producing. And then it'll take forever for this thing to warm back up. I mean... No. I mean, heat loss over a distance is just because these pipes don't conduct heat perfectly. Nothing does. Like, when you turn on your oven in the kitchen, do you expect your living room to feel the heat from it instantly? No. It's going to take a bit. It's not because of, like, this is being heated by conduction. That's what this is. And this is being heated by radiation. But, this is being heated by conduction. And conduction as a process is just not... It's the inverse square law. Is what it is. Industrial craft also has it. It's not... it's common to see in systems like this. Oh, we're almost at power producing temperature. It's still increasing at a degree a second, which is wrong. If they wanted to make this completely accurate, the higher this got, it would charge slower. Heat travels, like, it takes more work to increase it by an additional degree based on what temperature it's currently at, based on how you're powering it, but no, you can't. Water doesn't, like, it says the water is at oh, that's actually the temperature of the system. Oh, no, yeah. So, water, like, the game lists that water has a temperature, 15 degrees Celsius, but you can't do anything with that. These only output steam. There's only devices that output steam. You can't take in water and output heated water. It won't let you do that. There might be a mod for that. Oh, we're almost there. I want to see this shit in action. So my electrical network is currently... yeah. 13 megawatts is what's being consumed. It already used a cell just to get up to 500. Oh, now these are producing steam. There they go. There they go! Steamed clams. There they go! The production sliver hasn't really changed, but that's okay. So now the thing is, I actually don't need this running at the moment, because at the moment, everything's fine. But this doesn't produce any pollution, I don't think. I don't believe any of these do. Let me check. I don't think any of these devices were on the pollution list. Let me check again. No, none of these devices were on the pollution list. I don't know, like, if you include the mining and the processing, I don't know if this produces less pollution on its own, but if I made a few more reactors and had a whole bunch more turbines, it would all still just require the same one processing setup. Like, this is going to run for a long time. And, like, so I can expand this. So, if you put one reactor next to another one, it gets a neighbor bonus. So instead of producing 80 megawatts, it'll actually produce 120. It's a 50% bonus. For every neighbor that's around it, it's an extra 50%, I think. So you can theoretically have neighbors in 4 directions, but really you can only have it in 3 because you have to have the output somewhere, right? And you have to have a way to... You usually want an automated way for putting cells in. You don't want to have to manually walk over and do it. So usually one side is input and output, and the other 3 are adjacent reactors. So you get 150% extra power due to the neighbor bonus. So when you do that, instead of that one, like if I had 6 of them here, instead of those 6 powering 7 each, and you know, it taking up like this space, they'll power like a ridiculous amount. Like this line of engines would go way the fuck back here, and they'd be producing so much power. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this shit down. I have no need for any of this anymore. It's completely unnecessary. Oops, I didn't mean to knock my defense offline. I'm actually gonna wait for the steam engines to stop producing power just so that I don't like waste power when I break them. And now I can move that offshore pump and I can use it to I can connect it to the main water line. And now that doesn't... Oops! The pump's just kind of on the ground. Oh, here. This doesn't need to be in my inventory. There we go. Okay, where'd the offshore pump go? There it is. It looks like the monster pump from Pikmin. These fucking things are space hogs. They take up 2 squares horizontally, like really? So if I put this here, it really has to take up all that extra space? That's garbage. Whatever. Okay, there. Now I have twice the water production. And it seems to be satisfying it just fine. I don't know why it randomly became a meme out of nowhere. I do understand that, like, memes didn't exist when steamed hams was a new thing. I get that. Oh, shit. There we go. But, I don't know why, just out of nowhere, this particular individual, like, joke from The Simpsons just suddenly became a thing. Well, I mean, just because you haven't played Pikmin is, you know, I enjoy it, Josh enjoys it, it's a good game, I would recommend it, but, you know, it's not mandatory that you play it. So if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, that's fine. That's cool. Play stuff that is your thing. What the fuck? I need to empty my inventory, like, really bad. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this random 2 iron ore that I have in my trash slot. And then I'm gonna go empty my inventory and watch. Those fuckers are gonna attack. Hold on, you know what? Actually, no. Let me not do that. I'm gonna set it up like this instead. Let me actually put them down first. Here. Okay, are you guys actually covering the reactor? Ugh, just barely. Okay, well... It's probably gonna be fine. They've been coming down this way, not this way, so it should be okay. Stupid wooden poles. I don't need that shit. There we go. Don't have the time? That's okay, I understand. I know exactly how that is. Don't have the time to sit down and do that shit. That's a time-consuming game. One day in that game is 14 minutes, assuming you don't go into any caves. Pikmin 1, the days are just 14 minutes, but the game also is really, like, mean about, like, having horrible controls in physics, so, like, if you're trying to do something that, like a no-death run or something like that, well... Shit, I forgot. Because that's what I do. I forget. What am I gonna play Trails in the Sky? Hold on. I don't know. Possibly never. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I know you've mentioned it before. I don't really remember anything you said about it, though. Okay, so we've got this coal line, which is currently connected to nothing. Well, that's out of coal. Okay, so I need to start thinking about how I'm going to distribute coal to my trains. How's it doing over here? Wait, what? Oh, there's the train. This train is... It's got coal. This one's got coal. Where's the oil processing train? There it is. It has coal. Not the uranium train. It's got coal. Okay. How are we doing on uranium fuel cells? 40. This thing's steel chest has 286 excess. These things look like they're running kind of slow. Did I fuck up the electrical network? No. No, we've got plenty of power. This is 40. Okay, so whatever. I need to start thinking about coal, because not only does coal need to go on my main belt, specifically right here. Honestly, that's probably where I should have it input, is like there. But also, it needs to send it along to the different train stops somehow. I'd prefer as much of the belting process be in my base as possible, so let's take a look. Coal is in here. It's kind of an inconvenient spot. That was a good movie, An Inconvenient Truth. Let's actually move it. Let's actually have it input here so that I can do this. And then we'll have input can be here, but I need it to go to different places. I also need to fix the copper line. Hold on, did I just... I have a bunch of coal in my inventory. I also have some iron ore in my inventory. And some copper ore, which I don't need in my inventory. There we go. That freed up some space. Some shush concerns. Did I leave coal on the ground somewhere? No, I did not. Okay. That is fine. Oops, other way. There we go. That fucking overflow chest is almost full. I also like my stone overflow chests. All like 50,000 of them. Which is going this... I need to fix all of this shit. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Now that I've fixed iron and steel, and I've fixed my power supply, now I'm back to, you know, transmuting the base, as it were. Fuck, what happened? I can't see... What do you... What? Oh, what the fuck is this? Shit. Shit. No! Go to the other station! Quickly! Quickly doesn't describe this train. This train moves so slow because it's got all this shit in it. It blew up the fucking walls. I need to make a laser turret. Or 2 or 3. Get off my fucking shit! Good thing he broke down the wall and ignored all of this and just started attacking some belts. Fucking assholes. Now, where's those lasers I just made? Oh, I'm still making them. Okay, well, where's the one laser I just made? There it is. Damn. These miners are fucking running out of resources. It's a good thing I don't actually need it right now. They pumped through that stuff fast. Oh, I know why the bias is on one side. It's because these things... Yeah, these things are taking from one side. That's not right. They need to take from both sides. I can fix it. Hold on. Let's do this. So if I have it come in here, then I can do that, and then it can turn the corner comfortably. And now that will evenly, like, if these things are picking it up only on one side like they are, this will... No, that's still going to bias one specific side, isn't it? I don't think I've fixed it. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. These fucking assholes. Where'd that even come from? This? Was this even here before? Is this a new base? Look at that. Cheeky bastards. I don't think that was there before. Also, I don't think this was here before. That's a big base. And it's right next to my fucking house. I don't think that was there before. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because when I was thinking about using this as my main uranium deposit, I was only worried about these two. I think that one's new. I'm gonna have to blow that up. These fucking enemies suck. I shouldn't have to make a million laser turrets and defend, like, everything. Where'd my fucking train go? It left. It got filled up on ore and left. I now have to walk back. Oh wait, here's a train I can take. It's got a bunch of uranium in it anyway. How's that laser turret doing? It's doing fine. Nice. Yeah, this line is actually also not being... No, it's fine. What the fuck? Oh, it's just because... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this is slower because of the two... Yeah, it's 30% slower because of the productivity modules. That's okay. How much uranium do we have? Still only 40. So the way you fix this... Is it fascinating to watch? I'm glad. I honestly thought that this would be very boring to watch, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Man, these guys are just getting shredded the moment they come within radius. Oh, hold on. What am I doing? I don't need to walk anywhere in my base. Walking's for chumps. Come to me. Where am I? I'm southwest. Come to me. There it goes. I can see it. It was probably just faster for me to walk. I just need to... Actually, what am I even working on right now? Hold on. Okay, so... Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. Hold on. I actually want you to go to northwest. Let's make a couple loops around the base, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm fixing copper, coal, and stone. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so... Because this copper deposit is the only reason my base isn't fully enclosed. That and the processing area over here, which I need to move. That's my overall objective. How's power doing? Power's doing good. How's the reactor supply doing? It's doing good. It's up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Wow, that's hot. Yep, that's doing pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so... Now the coal line. So the trains that stop here need to be supplied with coal when they stop here. So I'm thinking, where's our coal line? Here it is. This line here. Yeah, so I moved it here. Inputting coal through this loading station is gonna suck. This big empty space right here, this is a line of copper processing. So would be this, this, and this. These two are stone. So, logically, roughly, like, if you figure, here's your 4 lines of iron processing, here's your iron unloading station. The iron unloading station is only a little bit bigger than the iron area. I'm probably going to have to do some fancy, like, rail work and probably move the rails around and stuff. But, so there needs to be an unloading station for copper and also one for coal. But the one for coal doesn't need to be very big. It doesn't need to be as big as this. It only needs to be half as big because there are actually 2 lines of coal and I only use the 2. So actually I should set up the other one as well. Yeah, this line and the one above it are both meant for coal. The problem being that the upper one, I'm going to have a really hard time getting over there. Because it would need to... Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna attach these differently. So, hypothetically, you have this. Shoot, you can't do that. Because then this can't get in there. Because I can't... Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's a good thing this planet has everything I need somewhere. It's too bad it's not in a more convenient state, but at least it's somewhere. Resources exist. It's good. And in abundance, no less. That'll be my second coal line. And what I'll do is change this. Okay, so now that's where the 2 lines of coal would come input. I need to fix this because I broke it. Now those pass through there. I'm out of undergrounds, aren't I? Yes, I am. I don't have an automated underground making thing yet. Yeah, well, I'm sure there's a mod that adds tin that has that happen, but it's whatever. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm worried about the fact that the game's fun, and the game is fun. It does do that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this. Actually, no, that's not true. Hold on. Because if you have... Yeah, I actually... You know, the thing is, I went ahead and routed these, but that's... Oh, yeah, because I can't really do it down there, because this is the gas pipes, so I can't really... Pretty much has to come out here, or anywhere in here. And I don't want to belt stuff, like, really far. Not inside the base, because that's just going to make a mess. Oh, that's fine. I mean, if that's what you have fun doing, then that's fine. I have no problem with that. Like, the other day, I was talking to someone about, like... Or I was mentioning in the server that one of the way that I enjoy playing games is by making fun of them. Like, that's... For me, that's part of the fun. Is, like, even if a game is, like, my favorite game of all time, if it has something wrong with it, I will make fun of it, just because it's fun. Even if I don't like the game, I'll make fun of it. Like, that's just a fun thing to do for me, so I get it, that's fine. Also, I'm getting hungry. So, you have your 2 coal lines, here and here. Where would I have a coal unloading station? Because iron unloading, copper unloading, and then I don't even want to have to think about stone and steel unloading, which don't have the space for an unloading station, really. Well, no, I guess they kind of do. I'm thinking. So this is actually longer than it needs to be. However, this turns immediately. So this actually doesn't need to be as tall as it is. So I should probably fix that, because that'll help when I fix copper. Because I'm going to make an unloading station for copper. I'm not going to use it yet because I don't have a reason to, but eventually I will need one. So these 4 rails don't need to exist, which means that this whole setup is 4 units taller than it needs to be. Okay, so... And the fucking stone line's in the way. I have a bunch of unnecessary bullshit in my inventory. Okay, this is gonna be really stupid, but I'm gonna do this. Oh. Okay, I need to do it earlier than that. So let me get rid of this section here. Probably get rid of a few of these. Oh, one more. Okay, so now these can join to make one rail. And then what I have to do is get this one rail connected Okay, yeah, that's where the section ends. So I have to get it connected to here, but it jumps down in multiples of 3, not in multiples of 1. Okay, there we go. This would work if there wasn't a rail signal in the way. There we go. Okay, that works. Then I can get rid of this, this, and this, and this. Now it's one contiguous rail, even though it's kind of doing this weird shit. I don't mind. That's cool. I'm just glad people are enjoying it. I'm really glad, in fact. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. I don't want that so close. If something enters this intersection and this is like here, it's not going to be able to stop in time. So no. We're not doing that. There we go. You're going to stop back here. So this big section is all one block. Which is fine, because only one train should be going through this section at a time anyway, so that's fine. So I have now successfully made this more condensed. As condensed as it possibly can be for an unloading setup that's arranged vertically. I might have to arrange some of these horizontally, because, like, horizontally they only take up from here to here, which is still a lot of space, but it's not as bad. So, back to the coal problem. So now that I've moved that, made a little bit of extra space, you know what I'll do? I can orient coal horizontally. That might give me enough space for copper. Maybe. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. So, let's pick up our rails, and let's cram this fucking shit in as much as possible. Like, let's have it go off of this section. This will be coal. That's true. That's true. It's a pretty peaceful game that's easy to just kind of do, but I don't know that I would say that it doesn't require your whole focus. Shit. Okay, so because it takes some thinking. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. It takes thinking and stuff, but it's not the sort of thinking that requires. It's not time sensitive, so. Yeah, it's a much more peaceful, just kind of chilling game, and you know that's not chilling like scary, but chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, while shooting some b-balls outside of the school. Okay, so this unloading station actually only needs to be 3 cars long because it's 1 car is the locomotive plus 2 for unloading coal. Civilization is an RTS. I think you kind of need to pay attention on that one. Thomas A. Thomas Ass. There. I'm just going to call it unloading, because coal doesn't get processed. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right, it is. It's turn-based. I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot, given that I played the game a ton as a kid, so that's not the sort of thing I should be forgetting. But you're absolutely right. Okay, so this shit, whatever even this is. Oh, this used to be an iron line. Yeah, that's what this was. Ain't like that now. Also, let me fix this, because I'll forget if I don't. What? How did I do that? Okay. I don't know why I fixed it, because I'm gonna fucking delete it, but... okay, so we've got... this. Only needs to be... So yeah, this is probably... No, this isn't as close to the base as it could possibly be, is it? No, I can get one more in... Well... Okay, hold on. Because Yeah, no, yeah, I don't think... Well, no, because the coal belts are up here. So I'm going to unload here on this side. And go, yeah, I can make this closer to the base. By 1. I was thinking of Age of Empires. I get the attributes of them confused a lot, because I enjoy both, and they're very similar. But also simultaneously extremely different, so that's why I'm saying, like, that's not really the sort of mistake I should have made. Okay, so you've got locomotive, 2 things. Okay, this probably doesn't need to be that far out. Far out. Yeah, then I'm going to have another one for... Yeah, these are probably all going to be horizontally aligned. I should have also made this one horizontal. I just didn't... I thought I'd be able to get it to fit, but I didn't think about it too well, apparently. Hello, Mr. Beetle on my fucking hand. I need to do something with you, because I don't appreciate you. You're kind of a piece of shit. Here's a receipt paper that you can get onto if you don't mind. Please. Thank you. Oh, and I dropped him. He's gone. Where'd he go? I have no idea. Oh, there he is. He's on my keyboard. No, you're gonna get back on the receipt paper. He's like inspecting the receipt. No, he's afraid because the paper's moving. Okay, hold on. Very slow. Oh, carefully now. Crush the fucker. I really hate, like... I actually hate having to kill bugs. Because, like... It's terrifying. Like, the only way, personally for me, that I have to kill a bug is to crush it. And it's like... I put my... Like, I think about... Like, okay, if I... Let's say I had a shell. Let's say humans had shells. Or just really hard, scaly skin. Something like that. And this massive, I mean like 1,000 stories high monster picked me up and fucking crushed me. That would suck. Because it'd be a slow, painful death. But also, this motherfucker came into my home and is eating my food. So you know what? Fuck him. And they keep breeding. I wouldn't be killing them if they didn't keep breeding and then coming in here. If it was just 1 or 2, I probably wouldn't care. But it's gotta be a fucking million of the bastards. Okay, so we've got the 2 coal carts there. I have to line this up right. I also need a lot more fast inserters than I have, which means I need a lot more iron than I have. It's a good thing iron ain't a problem. Also, I'm gonna make some gates, because... No, fuck it, I'll just walk around. By the time I finish making all these inserters, I'll have walked around and grabbed the iron. Fuck it. It's just right here. There we go. Five more gates are in order. Perfect. And then we take these inserters, and I'm really glad that it shows the outline of where the things go, because otherwise I'd have to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Specifically like that, like as much of an asshole about it as possible. $10, $20, alpha 20, 55. Am I gonna be running into like spatial issues here? Oops. We's gonna find out. I was about to say, how did I miscount this? But no, they didn't stack. Let's get some power over here. Power for my homies. Spatial issues. Yeah, that's a very common problem in this game. Not enough space and not enough of resource X that's this game. 100%. And then I'm gonna need 2 of these, which take 97.5 iron per unit. Like, what the fuck? Unit, ledge, Canterbury, or Banterbury, actually. Excuse me. It's usually iron, copper, steel, or circuits. I do usually have to make iron gear wheels, but you make them from iron, so this is the easiest thing in the world to make. I could have this fully automated. The only reason I don't is because I'm currently in the middle of refactoring my entire base, so I don't want to set up an iron gear making plant because I'll have to move it. And I don't want to have to move it. So it basically boils down to I'm lazy. Like, that's the dealio. Okay, so do I even have enough space for my setup here? I don't think I do. Because it does... Yeah, no, I don't. Because it's like this. Well, actually I do, just barely, if I do this. There's a problem, though. Because that'll make only the left half of this and the right half of this go in there. I don't like that. I'm going to have to adjust this to work in a different manner. I know what I can do. Here's how we can make it sideways. Like this. There we go. And then I have to do the same thing here. There we go. And then I'll have this one come up like this, and then go into an underground there. And that's how we'll do it. And that's the way, we'll do it. Okay, where's the actual coal lines? There they are. I definitely need to move them, but I can have them be here and here. I have no problem with that. This fucking stone line that's in the wrong place anyway needs to fucking move. And it's also like a goddamn mile long, so I'm not gonna move all of it right now. How many? Okay, I have lots of belts. Alright. Okay. And then you. Here's a pro tip. These underground belts can cover any distance between 0 and 4 interior squares, as you can see. Like this right here is the max distance for them, and then the red ones I think are like 6 and the blue ones are 8 or something like that. But interesting thing about these is that they take the number of belts, like space-wise, normally, like, here, let's see. So this takes 5 transport belts. right? And then the fast ones take... Oh, take 2 of those and a bunch of gear. Okay, so... Okay, yeah. So, these things take about... Just about the same amount of resources to make as just belting straight across, plus a little bit. So, when you use these, it never is resource efficient to do this. Like, cut the amount that it goes, and then fill the rest of the way with belts. Because you've taken this thing, which costs 5 to make, and only made it go 2, and then did the rest of the way with belts. You took this one underground and made it more expensive. If you have the space, it's always best to push these to their maximum limit. You don't always have the space, and if that's the case, that's fine. But if you do, then don't do that. Okay, there's our coal lines. If we had coal. I mean, we have coal, it's up there. I just have to... I could make... could make a train that goes from here to here, just does this back and forth. I don't think there's even enough space for that. Also, this intersection is going to have to move, because, like, if something here needs to, like, go across one of these bends, then there's not enough space here for one of those bends to exist, so... I don't know how big these bends even need to be, but whatever. Let's finish up this rail. Okay, so... No, I can go way farther back than that. That's not close enough. That looks like that'll do it. So then I can do this. And then what I'm actually going to do is, yeah, this is confused because that's... It's front and back are the same point, so we just move those here. And now that's its own block again. Okay, yeah. So now this plus sign plus this little like offshoot is one block. Okay, that's the way it should be. That's fine. I'm gonna have to change the system eventually, because eventually I'm gonna want multiple trains providing the same resource, and this isn't gonna work with that. But right now this system is only one train, one resource. But I can fix that. Just don't need it right now. Okay. So now we have a coal unloading system. Also, I don't need this. Like, no, that's not what I wanted you to do. Thank you. See, compared to this iron unloading setup, this thing's tiny. It still takes a whole bunch of, like, space unnecessarily, but not a whole lot I can do about that. And there's still plenty of space for the copper setup to go. Like, copper can fit here. Stone could... Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a tight fit, but we can do it. We'll make it. This belt that's been here for ages that just does nothing. Oh, hold on. Actually, this underground can be here. That's fine. Because, yeah, that's the stone processing area. Oh, actually, no, it can't be here, because, yeah, these need two separate lines, not one split line. So, do we think I have enough stone in my inventory that I'm not going to use? I don't think I do. Yeah, that's... Fuck me, that's a lot of stone. Let's go put that somewhere where I don't have to look at it. I don't know if these chests can actually hold this much stone. Oh, surprisingly they can. Just barely, but they can. Okay. This is ghetto fucking stone setup I have. So now I just need to connect the coal to this thing, which won't be hard. I should probably make a train setup for this. It's gonna be really weird. I probably shouldn't, because the best way for me to do that would be for me to have it like jump on this rail going this way, and that would just be awkward, or jump on this rail like going like this, which, yeah, that'll introduce the opportunity for deadlock. No, I'm not gonna bother. It's not worth it. I've got the coal going this way. I'll just belt it down here. It's not like I don't have enough belt to do it. I'll have to move this fucking steel chest of coal. That'll be fun. Actually, no, I won't. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get a little... I'll just reverse it. That's what I'll do. You take this fast inserter, put it there. There we go. That's how we'll do it. Oh, hold on. How are we going to get across this now? Yeah, that's not quite long enough to do it. How about if I do this one? That train's not going anywhere, right? Yeah, no, the train's full. It's not going anywhere. I'll just kind of stitch it to this. There we go. The throughput on that is kind of being halved, but that's okay. I don't mind that so much. And then that should go over to my coal line, and my coal line should be set up to distribute that across both. Actually, it's probably not. Yeah, no it isn't. I can fix that easily enough just by doing this, I think. Does that balance it? Probably not. Oh well, whatever. It's close enough. So the coal is very slowly... Oh, never mind. I never actually connected this part to this part. Okay, hold on. I gotcha. I see a problem. This has to go here, but it can't because this is in the way. No, wait. Okay, hold on. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. Okay, so... God, this is gonna suck. This light has to move. No. No. Wait. Okay, yeah, that's right. Then I have to do... No, that's not gonna work. This fucking thing's in the way. Okay, hold on, I got it. Do that. Although, correctly. And then... I can move these as close as possible, have them feed here. What the fuck? And I can actually move this up one. Switch that direction on it there. This works out pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. There we go. Okay, now the coal line is connected. It looks stupid, but it's connected. It looks ugly, but it's correct. And that's what counts. Okay, So, we have our coal in there now. We have lots of iron, we have lots of coal. Copper and stone need to be fixed. Let me think. Copper doesn't need much to be fixed. No, see, the Dahir InShot guys wouldn't like this game because they couldn't sue it for, like, rights to it, so they wouldn't like it. Because they's assholes that way. Also, what kind of name is Dahir InShot? I'm just gonna point that one out. The fuck is that? Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, because the copper has to... Okay, now I need to start thinking about where the copper train station's gonna be. Yeah, no quadricopter, no useless blue pizza. Can't have it. Okay, well... It sure is midnight. I'm gonna keep playing this, but I'm not gonna stream it. Partially because my roommates will be home soon. Partially because I'm hungry and I want to stop and make something to eat and drink because my mint tea needs to be re-minted. Hold on, there's a little left. Yeah, that doesn't taste so great when it's not warm and the tea bag's just kind of been sitting in it for hours. So yeah, I'm gonna stop and continue on my own, but all I'm gonna do on my own is like build a bunch of train stations and belts and stuff. It's not gonna be fun to watch anyway, so nothing interesting happening. Oh, does it mean to hear builds? Okay. Okay, that actually, I'm surprised. The name actually makes sense. Okay. I was pleasantly surprised on that one. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.